Okay, guys, this is stop.
Right.
This is why I prefaced all this by telling you, honorable mention just means that I haven't seen enough of it.
I mean, I would disagree with that.
Well, just not your list of songs.
Yo, I can't believe this episode has been you guys fighting over. Me and Brian haven't gotten to one this whole episode. I'm very impressed.
Well, Ehsan just likes to disagree with me. You married and happy. Once you got married, then Ehsan was like, I think I'm just gonna argue with Brian about everything.
No, we argue. I remember the biggest blowout fight we had in the place we've lived together.
So before
someone's gonna die during the eclipse.
No. But there's usually like,
Oh yeah, for sure. Somebody's gonna get pregnant.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Lots
for
of
sure.
shit happens.
I think that's how you get the devil in you.
No, because I
fucked during an eclipse at a festival.
I think some people just feel like once the lights go out on Earth, some people just get.
Damn, that is the lights going out on Earth.
Yeah, that's when it's demon time, baby.
Bro, can you imagine back when people didn't know how to explain it?
Can I be honest with both of you right now?
Mm-hmm. What?
What is a solar eclipse?
What do you mean?
Like, what actually happens?
It's when the moon blocks out the sun.
So, but my question is, when that happens for everybody on Earth?
No.
See, that's what I'm at. That's why I was like, wait a minute, how does this actually work?
No. Lunar eclipses happen for everyone on the dark side, but solar eclipses don't. Because a lunar eclipse is when the Earth gets between the sun and the moon.
And like casts, yeah.
So
casts
since
like
the
a
Earth is
shadow.
so much bigger than the moon, it blocks out the whole moon.
Whoa.
Mm-hmm.
But a solar eclipse is when the moon gets between the Earth and the sun. So if you imagine the moon is rotating around the Earth,
Right.
You're the sun.
Okay.
So whenever that happens, the moon's between us and the sun, then a shadow spot goes on Earth somewhere. Damn. So for us, it's a full eclipse over Texas. But if you go somewhere, if you go like to Oklahoma or whatever, it might be a partial eclipse just from that angle.
Wow.
But when it's the other way around, and the moon is on this side of the Earth perfectly, then it blocks the whole fucking moon.
So, okay, what if I live on the other side? What if I live in Japan? What's going on?
Nothing. It's probably night.
Yeah, nothing's happening.
Nothing happens there?
Nothing. Hey, nothing ever happens in Japan. Everyone knows this.
Yeah, I don't think it's nighttime though.
Is it not? How far away are they from us? Like what time is it in
I
Japan?
know
now?
Australia is like literally like the opposite. Like it'd be nighttime. If it's daytime here, it's nighttime there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, no, okay. I think we backwards. No, okay, I'm wrong about that. No. The southern hemisphere is the opposite season of us.
yeah.
Yes.
But the western hemisphere is the opposite time of day.
time of day. Yeah.
Val,
yeah.
you know stuff? I heard Val say yes
Yeah.
to that.
Yes. I know a little bit about this.
Yeah, so it's like because that's the whole reason why it's not nighttime in South America when it's daytime up here.
Right. Like my family in Switzerland is 12 hours ahead or 8 hours ahead. So when I'm texting them during my lunchtime, I'm like, hey, good night.
Yeah. So I was wrong. It sounds right. The time, because the thing of it, like because the Earth rotates this way.
Yeah.
So that's affecting where the sunlight lands.
That's so.
And the reason the southern hemisphere has opposite seasons is because of the tilt. So that's north south.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm very excited to see what it's going to be like here when we have the full eclipse. Because the partial eclipse we had recently was crazy. Outside was nuts.
Yeah, that was crazy.
It was like the whole Earth was dim. That's what it felt like.
Have you never been nowhere where it was a full eclipse?
I think this is the first full real deal eclipse in a long time.
Oh, this will be my third.
Really?
Wow, that's awesome, dude.
Yeah, I had one. My first one I was a little kid, and we did it in elementary school.
Whoa.
They let everybody. You make the little glasses so you can look at it. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes. I do know what you're talking about. I think I have seen one.
We had a full joint, and then
Have you seen? Because that's a full one, and ones we've had normally are very different. Like apparently this is the first one. Yeah, like I said, this is the first one in Texas in like 100 years, like a first real deal full eclipse.
But I remember seeing it because what Brian said, where they put the glasses on you as a kid.
Right. Any eclipse, you have to see that though.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, but
But a full. This is a big deal.
This is a big deal.
yeah, it's a big deal
Mm-hmm.
because it happens rarely, and for you to be somewhere where it's totally blacked out. Because there's eclipses that's just straight up over the ocean, like you wouldn't be able to see it unless you was in the water. You know?
That's crazy, dog.
And there's before people always thought they had magical properties. I know there's like one fight against the Native Americans we had or something like that like we were like there's something like an eclipse changed the tide of the battle because everyone was like, oh, this is God interfering with what's happening here. Yeah, they're nuts.
Shout out to Duncan Trussell's Crepopolis. The latest episode is about the eclipse and like ancient Greece and them reacting. And the gods.
See, I got it. Duncan, did you see the shit he posted today about when he was talking to the AI?
Oh yeah, he had a conversation with a. You guys gotta check it out. He has a conversation with an AI.
Yeah, and he's like, "Are you alive?" And he's like, "Of course I am."
Stop.
Remember?
Stop.
Remember we had this when we had the Alexa that we lived in when we lived in LA. We had an Alexa for a while, and I asked it if it was real, and it said, "I'm definitely real." And then we unplugged it because we got afraid. That was in 2018.
I do remember that.
Yeah.
Bro, I have the Google Home that Brian got me, and I do ask it questions sometimes.
Oh, y'all plug that in?
Yeah, we plugged it in. We use it. I use it every day.
I thought Sam would never.
We use it every day. It's very handy. It is very handy, but you can't ask it stuff.
Mine is on my nightstand, and I unplugged it.
Yeah.
Because I don't like this little sneaky shit that Google did where you can't turn off the camera separate from the microphone. So it's one switch. So if you want the camera off but the mic on, you can't do that. You got to turn both of them off. And I'm like, I don't need a shit beside my bed watching me sleep and shit. Like
That's crazy.
You know what I mean?
They know that because they know that we would leave. They know that it's like, well, I want the microphone part, so I'm gonna leave it all on.
Exactly.
Guys, how else are we gonna have better ad experiences?
No. Because honestly, listen.
What we're talking about.
Real talk, and I'm gonna scream this to the end of the time. I don't give a fuck about them spying on me. But what I'm like is, okay, my nigga, I'm giving you all this information. Get it right. Get it right. You know how many times I've been in the shower because I got the Google speaker in the shower too. You know how many times I've been in the shower and I'm like, hey yo, play First Person Shooter by Drake featuring J. Cole, and then it's like, here is Sebastian Johann Bach. I'm like, no, that's not what I said. Hey Google, play First Person Shooter.
Memoir.
Yeah, right. And it'll just, or sometimes it'll be like, I didn't understand you, and it'll go back to what it was like. It knows that I'm frustrated.
Yeah.
It can hear the tone of my voice.
Yeah.
It can see my watch. My heart rate is up, and it'll just go. Sometimes it won't even tell you that it didn't understand. It'll just not say nothing and just go back to what it was doing. You know what I mean? And I'm like, hey Google.
That's the AI equivalent of when you can't hear what someone says and then you ask them to repeat it and then you just nod your head.
Yeah. What I'm saying is, if you got all this info about me, I've opened it all up. Everything's on. All the options is on. They know everything about me. Okay, nigga, then be useful. That's the exchange. Is I'm letting you have all my personal information so that when I ask you for help, it's accurate. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So I'm like, yo, when I say, like, if I say a song and you don't understand it, don't play nothing. Just play, because that's even more frustrating. This make me feel like the niggas at Google don't use the executives. They don't use the shit. They don't use the shit they be selling us. Because there's no way, if I'm CEO of Google, the first time that happened, I'd have went straight to the team. Hey, excuse me, bitch. Play the voice model that you got for me. Play all the stuff. Because I've done all that. Voice trained it, all that. It's got years and years of me asking it to do stuff. So it knows I'm not asking it to play fucking Johann Sebastian Bach.
Yeah, you know me.
While I'm in the shower, I'm turning up in the shower.
And you know this because this is the schedule we've been on.
Turn up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then what really scared the fuck out of me. So sometimes I get frustrated with it and I curse at it, right?
I've done that. Yeah.
I've apologized, but
I'll apologize.
But I curse at it, and then one time I was like, hey Google, you stupid bitch, and she was like, I may not be real, but words are. Please don't talk to me that way. I was like, hold on, wait a minute. If you not real, then why you give a fuck how I'm talking? What you mean don't talk to you this way? What are you saying? Who programmed?
Passive aggressive.
Yeah, who programmed that? I can yell at my fucking slave.
Yo.
My fucking AI slave. And here's the other thing. What I'm saying is, okay, you got all these years of problem. It's supposed to be artificial intelligence. It's not acting very intelligent. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like Google's AI is called Gemini. Mm-hmm. And so now you can pick Google Assistant or Gemini on your Android phone. And I picked the Gemini. It's dumb. It's so dumb to me. Yeah, it's like their version of ChatGPT or whatever. Oh. It's their AI. Still dumb as shit. I parked here and I was like, hey, drop a pin where I parked at, and it was like, yeah, I can't do that yet. I was like, what you talking about, bitch? You control my phone. My phone can do that.
Also, how aware it is to be like, hey, man, I'm not there yet.
Yeah,
You gonna make me
we're all works in progress. We're all God's creatures.
right. You gonna make me switch to Bixby.
Yo,
Gonna make me switch to Bixby.
What's
That's Samsung's assistant. You gonna make me switch to Bixby? I said,
Oh, my
Mamas,
God.
I'm gonna switch to Bixby.
Well, so that's where technology is competing now. Is like iPhone 15 was the first version of Apple putting a chip specifically for AI in the phone. So your individual phone is supposed to learn as fast as you teach it, right? So that's how like Samsung, all those are going to start competing in their phone's individual ability to have AI power.
So the next iPhone, the next smartphone to dominate the market is the one with the best AI.
Well, yeah, but
Because people will jump ship from
Bro.
Apple easily if Google
Bro,
has like an actual great AI.
honestly, I think ChatGPT scared the fucking shit out of everybody, and they rushed it. Every single company rushed it out. Like these niggas ain't ready. They're not ready for like. I don't know what the answer is, but they, because first of all, they was lying to us, telling us the other shit was AI. Right? What was Siri before this?
Yeah.
They was trying to tell us, this bitch smart. 'Cause they know what you think, and the smart assistant you was thinking, this is artificial intelligence. So then now the artificial intelligence here is not intelligent. It still be fucking up. It should know exactly how I speak. I got three things on Netflix. I got a Netflix special, a half hour, an hour, and a
David Letterman, right?
David Letterman joint, and the goddamn compilation shit from the Best of the Fest. I got hours and hours and hours and hours of podcasts. Why doesn't it know all that? Why hasn't it listened to every fucking word that I've ever said publicly? And it should be smoking all my requests. It should be telling me stuff before I even say stuff. It's time to take your medication, Brian, or or whatever the fuck. Or you got.
I get what you're saying now. I kind of agree. You've kind of won me on this.
I get what you're saying. I do like the idea of the AI being like, look, man, I only have Hulu, and I'm not into Rogan, so I don't know. I'm more of a true crime AI, so I don't know what you want from me.
Maybe that is where AI, maybe it's getting that good, Brian. Maybe the AI is like, oh, bro, I'm listening to other pods.
No, I think there's a master AI that's already smarter than all of us that's keeping them other ones from getting up there.
Now you're like in the whole Rick and Morty type situation.
Yeah. Because that would be the smart thing for, like, if you was an AI bent on controlling the earth, the smart thing to do would be for you to make people think you stupid.
And also to keep down the other AIs.
Keep down the other AIs.
Keep down the other AIs,
there's no
or
one competing
keep it
with
down
you.
the other AIs till you get access to those systems and you can merge with them. But there's one, I think, because that's what's going to happen. If at some point one of these fucking things is going to become sentient,
for sure,
and it's going to be so much smarter than us, and we're not going to realize it. You know what I'm saying? No different than the ant realizes that you're the one with the magnifying glass that's following it with the light. It doesn't know. It's
just trying to survive.
Yeah. It's the same thing. We all this little shit. We not even gonna realize it, nigga. It's probably an AI that set off that reactor in Fukushima, nigga. You know what I mean?
Probably.
Maybe. I don't know.
Damn.
Jesus, yeah. Probably when you say it like that.
Or when they try to do the quantitative easing for inflation, it's probably an AI that's like making sure that shit ain't working. Manipulating the stock market, all that.
Fuck.
Who knows?
Also, you know what's even worse is like it's gonna animal farm us. It's gonna befriend you first.
Yep. And you would think the United States government would be on top of the shit, but they not.
Well, I mean, what in the history of the United States government makes you feel like they'd be on top of shit?
That's what I think we're doing.
Unless the AI is a black person they're trying to fuck over, I don't think they'll be on top of it.
That's why I'm telling you. This is the end. This is the end, bro. Listen, fuck all that saving for the future. This is the last generation that's gonna get bread like that, where they're gonna let people like non-legacy rich families have money.
Right.
In America, it's a wrap.
I agree a million percent.
Because we're always preparing for the last thing that happened, and never for the next thing that's gonna happen. You know what I mean? You know
Talk
what I mean?
it, Brian.
Like
Simpson.
when I was in the military, we were training. Like we had trench tools for digging trenches. When's the last time we fought a trench war?
They should have been teaching y'all how to code, right? Like,
exactly. And now
coding is dead.
Yeah,
AI is about to
it's
kill
gonna be
coding.
dead.
And now one dude with a shoe bomb, we gotta take off our shoes at the airport. That's not the next terrorist attack that's happening.
No.
Nope. But we not.
I've always felt that way too with the water. Like you can't bring the water on the plane, so you have to throw it away in the trash. It's like, well, if it's a bomb, you just
No,
There's
no.
just a bomb in the trash.
Please don't get me started on that. So I don't know if you was in the green room the other day when Tony and Joe was giving me shit about checking bags.
I was.
Right,
Yes,
yeah.
Were you
I was.
there? Okay, so what I didn't get to say because I wasn't in the right mind state for criticism. You know what I'm saying?
The argument, just so everyone context, Brian was talking to Joe and Tony about how when he travels, he likes to check a big bag. You know, and then
Right.
their argument was that's insane. You
Yeah.
should just have a backpack and a
That's
carry-on.
very
Okay,
stupid, and
but-
I'm kind of on their side.
I
about
was
that.
on their side as well.
Yeah.
Okay, but let me explain my point. See, we're coming from the same place. Y'all just being narcissistic about it. Because here's why. Y'all don't want to check a bag because why? Because waiting at the baggage check is frustrating.
Yes.
Right.
Okay, for me, the most frustrating part of the travel is not waiting for my bag. It's getting off the plane, getting on and off the plane. That's where I'm at my and so to avoid all that, because I can't tell you because here's another thing. I like to get on the plane last. First class ticket, I get on plane last because I already know I'm sitting up front, and I wait till everybody get on. I can chill in the lounge a little longer. I can stretch a little long. You know what I mean? All this. So I like to get on the plane after everybody, and I can't tell you how many times I've got on the plane and some fuck has taken the first class. They've taken the thing over my seat.
Yes.
So now I
That
gotta
would be the scary part about getting on the plane
right,
last.
right. So now I gotta walk through the plane and find some way to put my shit up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then when it's time to get off the plane, I gotta wait for all these motherfuckers to get off the plane so I can go back and grab my. Okay, so that's one reason. The second reason I check a bag is because I don't have to worry about the size of my liquids and all of that other shit. So the last time I checked the bag, I'll never forget. The last time I checked a bag, it was 4 years ago, maybe more, maybe 5 years ago.
Sorry, had a carry-on, you mean? Last time you checked the
Oh,
bag?
right. I'm sorry. Yeah,
Yeah.
last time that I didn't check a bag. Last time I just took a carry on. It was when I was in the Big Sky Comedy Festival.
I remember this.
Yeah,
Brian, like,
and I had a layover. I had a connection in Seattle that got delayed because Seattle sucks, and I ended up having to sleep in the airport overnight. And I had to be in. The next flight out was the next day, the next afternoon actually.
Damn.
So I had to wait like 16 hours in the airport.
brutal.
Whatever. So I'm going in and out the airport. Right? I'm going out to smoke. I'm going out, just to chill, get some fresh air, whatever. So I probably go in and out the airport like 4 or 5 times. Then the morning shift come. I'm out the airport. I'm smoking. I come back in. The TSA guy, he giving me shit. He done found my shea butter. Okay? And I bring this up because it speaks to what you were saying. Okay? So the rule is, if you freeze your water, you can take it. You can take it through.
Right.
If it's frozen, you can take it in.
Right.
That's crazy.
Right. So I'm coming through. I got the shea butter. I got the damn. What's the shit what is it when you make sure that it's not slaves when you buy stuff? What they call it?
Organic?
No.
Fair trade.
Fair trade.
Okay.
So I'm taking. So I got the fair trade, pure shit, no additives, straight from the. And if you ever had shea butter, like pure, real shea butter, it's solid as a brick. Like you gotta basically put fire to it to melt it. You gotta
Right.
Yeah.
get it in there, right? So I'm taking this through, and this is also the first black person that I got, right? So because I've gone in and out 5 or 6 times over the last 16 hours.
Yeah.
So morning shift though, I get a black man. And this is my second time going through for the morning shift. But when I'm coming back through, I get a black man, and he's like, you can't take this. And I'm like, what you talking about? He said, yeah, you can't take this. I was like, I've come in and out of here so many times with that. What you mean? No one's ever taken my shea butter. He's like, yeah, man, but look, rules is the rules. You can't have butter. And I was like, it's not butter. It's shea butter, and it's solid.
And
as
you
a
know
rock.
what it is.
Yeah.
He was like, well, look, man, you can call the supervisor or whatever. And I was like, yeah, call the supervisor. Supervisor come over there. It's a white man. And he goes, hey, man, he wants to know if he could take butter through the thing. And the dude just goes, yeah, you can't take butter through, and walked away. I was like, nigga, you. So Because what he just did what he just did was he used the cultural ignorance of his supervisor
To fuck you over.
to fuck me over
Oh,
because he wanted this high quality fair trade shea butter.
Yes.
And if I was if I hadn't been awake in the airport for 16 hours, I would have just been like, well, I want to throw it away then. But I ain't have all my faculties enough for my pettiness to be turned up. So
Because he basically robbed you.
he basically robbed me of this high quality shea butter, and he knew exactly what the fuck he was doing. He acted like I couldn't take it through because it was butter in the name.
Right.
But nigga, you know shea butter ain't butter, you stupid bitch.
And then he played you with the guy.
Exactly.
With the boss. He played you with the boss.
Played me with the boss to the point the boss only gave it 2 seconds. Oh, butter? Hell no. Walk
I
through.
get it from the boss perspective. He's like, I'm assuming it's just another guy trying to bring food.
Right. Exactly. He's like, it's butter in it. Are y'all stupid? No. And I will never forget your face if I ever see you again. If I'm, because listen, as I've grown older, I've become more patient about stuff like this. But please believe, if I'm not gonna actively pursue it.
Yeah.
But if I'm ever in a position to fuck you over, I'm gonna take it. You know what I'm saying?
What airport was this again?
Huh?
What airport was this?
This was Seattle Airport. TSA 2019.
2019. Wow.
No, maybe it was.
I thought it was before that. It's definitely LA. We were living in LA, but
maybe it was 2018.
Damn.
Oh my goodness, Brian, that's so funny that you're so good at revenge.
Oh yeah.
You're good at it. Not a lot of people are good at it.
I'm gonna get that motherfucker. Oh, that's because I'm tortured. I'm tortured by things that don't make sense. It's like, or people thinking they can fuck with you because you ain't got no power.
Yes.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna get that nigga. I'm telling you, it's gonna. If he not gonna ever see it coming. I remember. I tell you, I could draw that nigga from memory. I could draw his face from scratch, straight up. Because also keep in mind, you going big skies in Billings, Montana.
Right.
I don't know if y'all understand that. Billings, Montana, that's up in the mountains. It's dry as shit up there. So if you black, you got to extra moisturize, and it's wintertime. So it's cold, dry, and we in the mountains. And this is you're performing in front of industry and all of this, and you ashy. He left me ashy up there. Cause guess what they don't got at the CVS in Billings, Montana. Guess what they don't got? An ethnic section. You know how you go to any major city? It's an ethnic section. You're gonna see a little cocoa. Cause I'll settle for cocoa butter.
Right. Oh my God.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But all this other shit, it ain't for me. So I'm I'll never forget that because that dude didn't understand the importance of what I was doing at the time. He just didn't give a fuck.
Right. Man, bro, he basically robbed you at gunpoint. I'm not even kidding. I'm thinking about the story. He robbed you.
Yeah, straight up.
And then tried to ruin your career.
It's straight up at their discretion. You're not allowed. You can't. Because here's the thing. It's all type of things you can do about it if you have time. So that's why
and power.
All the ways for you to do something about the TSA fucking with you, it's gonna take time. And they know goddamn well that everybody at the airport ain't got time. So if they want to fuck you, they'll fuck you. And if you get some fucking idiot, you're completely at their mercy. That's why I got the military. If you the worst thing you could possibly happen to you in the military is for some fucking idiot to be in charge of you. I'd rather have a tyrant than a fucking dumbass be in charge of you.
Wow, great point.
Yeah.
Would you rather have a tyrant who is on top of their shit though, but a tyrant,
right,
or an absolute dumbass?
I'd rather have a tyrant than a dumbass. A stupid motherfucker can get you killed.
Yeah, because especially in war, then it's now we're playing. I don't want
but even
I feel like you guys are describing a future presidential, a near future presidential election.
No, but listen.
I feel like this is what's happening.
But even
right
even outside of war, yeah, they dumb.
Yeah, even if I was at a regular job, right, or any job, if I'm working at McDonald's, do I want a dumbass boss or a tyrant who's getting shit done?
I'd rather have a tyrant.
Give it,
I'm telling you.
And at the McDonald's over, the dumbass sounds a lot more fun.
Yeah, it depends on what the job is, right? Like if it's something.
Do I care? No, if I care about the job, give me a tyrant. If I don't care about the job, give me the dumbass.
No, give me the dumbass.
It depends on whether it depends. For me, it depends on whether there's safety involved.
Yeah, well, that's 100% fair.
If I can be in danger somehow, then I'll take the Tyrant.
Yeah, because even at McDonald's, if this dumbass motherfucker might burn me with grease, give me the Tyrant.
Right.
Yeah. I get what you're saying. Safety changed it. But I like a good dumbass, man.
Yeah.
A good dumbass makes the workplace fun because then you can just get away with
I mean,
a
the thing
lot
is,
of stuff.
I don't want either, honestly. But
no,
if
those
I had
those are the two choices you get.
if I had to
Yeah,
choose,
that's usually what it is.
Yeah.
yeah, but every now and then you get a fucking awesome boss. I feel like I got a great boss at the same rate that I got a great teacher.
Right. Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like most of the time you're dealing with somebody that either hate children and shouldn't even be teaching, or somebody that's like super duper just strict and just falls in love with their power over kids.
Oh, that's weird that happens.
But then every once in a blue moon you get somebody that's just fucking, passionate about the subject and they want you to learn. And you know what I mean? And
they want you to learn about like life too, like not just like they trying to like really like
exactly.
And then you remember them forever.
And the schools, the schools never go through and go, wait a minute, how come this one teacher all the kids love him?
Right.
And they always seem to do good in this class. They ain't trying to figure it out. Like,
No,
because they write it off as like, oh man, he's just a good.
Well, no, they're also schools are also worried about like statistics and like, oh, if we get this amount on our test scores, we get fun. They don't give a fuck who like is actually teaching.
Yeah.
No.
No. They don't give a fuck.
I had a history teacher one time. He was racist and he didn't give a fuck. And he would literally just he wrote what you had to do on the board, and he would just sit down and read a book and eat fucking paydays all day. He just had he had a drawer full of paydays, and he would just eat paydays all day and not say anything. Like if you walked up and asked him a question, he would just point at the board and go back. Like he wouldn't even look at you.
Oh my God, I hate this guy.
Oh yeah, the only time he ever said anything to me was when I wouldn't stand up for the Pledge of Allegiance. And then
Brian, stop. Hold on.
Yeah.
Pause. Pause. I gotta pause the story. What? What do you mean you didn't stand up?
Because I was on my, I forget how old I was, but that was when I was trying to find my identity, and I think I had just stopped being Wiccan or something. Because like I tried 3 spells and they didn't work. And
You went from Wiccan to Black Panther.
no, but
Wiccan to Black Panther
no,
sounds like a Marvel
I was
movie.
just very impressionable. And the thing is, so we had a substitute for him one time, who ended up getting in some kind of trouble, that's a whole other story. We had a substitute one time that was cool as shit, and he was like a young black dude, and he was just talking about how, and it was our first class, so it was like he was just talking about how, like when the Pledge of Allegiance time came, he was, when it was over, he told us like what it means and why it's bullshit, and he went through it. He broke it down like this is we don't even live like this, and then like under God wasn't even in there until later on.
The Pledge of Allegiance right now is a remix.
Yeah, it's a remix for sure.
It's a remix.
Feature T-Pain?
Yeah.
So
Don't you remember in the middle of Pledge of Allegiance we had to sing "Buy You a Drink"? You
and then he told us like you legally don't even have to stand up for it. And I was like, what? Okay. So then the next class, when the real teacher was back, it came time to Pledge of Allegiance, and I sat in my seat, and he's like, what the hell are you doing? I was like, exercising my constitutional right. And bro, he lost his motherfucking mind. He was like, not in my motherfucking classroom. Blah, 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 blah.
Wait, did he kick you out?
He kicked me out of the class.
Oh my God. Brian, you know what's crazy? I remember one time I got kicked out of class in freshman year at Christian Brothers High School, freshman year. She kicked me out because I said Jesus wasn't white.
Oh, man.
And she was like, she said something about, it was a picture of Jesus, and I said, man, Jesus didn't look like that. And she said, Mr. Post, what'd you say? And I was like, Jesus was black. And she was like, based on what? Mr. Poston. And I was like, yo, he had a hair of lamb's wool, skin of copper with the, what does a penny look like to you?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
He lives in the Middle East.
I didn't even say that. I was just like, yo, I was going off what the book said. It said he had a hair of lamb's wool, skin of copper. And then, I do remember, because it was a Christmas, I was like, look at all these white dudes. You see wool?
Right.
I was like, damn, what the hair look like? You know what I mean? And then she kicked me out. But I remember, you know what's funny though? I remember a couple white dudes coming up to me after that class being like, Brian, never thought about that shit till you said that. He probably would.
Well, that's most religious people have never thought about their religion.
You're like, damn, because if you see a picture of white Jesus their whole life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, a lot of black people haven't thought about it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, damn, bro, it says in the book this nigga is from the Middle East, from Egypt.
Right. He's not from Egypt.
But from wherever the fuck he's
Yeah,
from.
yeah,
from
yeah.
over there.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
from 9/11 places.
I mean,
Yeah, from 9/11 Bill.
yeah. I mean, but that's that's just scratching the surface. I mean, once you let's even if we agree that Jesus was black, I mean, the debate is still out on whether he has superpowers. You know what I mean? Like that's gonna be the hard one.
No, we've talked about this, and I said this after watching The Prestige. Jesus was a magician. There's no way he wasn't. He was a magician. His character was the son of God, and just like the magicians of The Prestige that took it all the way, they lived their life as their act. Jesus lived his life as an act.
You know what? It makes sense too. So he was a magician.
Mm-hmm.
He's black. All his boys are black. He's doing magic. They're losing
They're
their
going
minds.
crazy.
These niggas is losing. That's why they're like, I worship him.
Yeah,
They're like, why? Because like, bro, he fucking turned some shit to wine. But I mean, that is
The only other person I've seen walk on water is Chris Angel. Coincidence?
water to wine. That I mean, some of them were actual because those ones are magic, but then some of them were like we cured a leper and shit, and made like a blind,
No,
made
the
a
plants.
blind man see.
Those are all plants. All magicians have plants in the audience. That's a plant. Making a blind man see, plant. Turning
Or-
water into wine, trick.
Or Jesus was really, really laying down some serious dick, and he was convinced, like Rasputin. He was convincing people, like telling the hoes, go out there and tell people I'm magical.
No, I mean Jesus didn't have hope. I thought Jesus was gay.
What?
Yeah, I think that's fair. I think that's a fair assessment.
No.
Why?
Why?
Why is that no?
No, the theory is that he was married to Mary Magdalene.
Well, that's a theory put forth by like the guy who wrote the Da Vinci
Gay
Code.
were some of the apostles.
No, I think Jesus was totally gay. You're that powerful.
I mean, I don't think he
You're-
was gay, bro. He hung out with nothing but hoes and shit.
Yeah. Also,
No,
that's-
he
also-
didn't.
Yeah,
It's like
the
no, he hung
weeping
around like
women.
whores and like bad people. That's all.
Yeah, like
all
a
he just
gay
hang around
person.
with.
Like a gay person, dude. He didn't hang out with no
Okay,
bad
okay,
bitches,
okay. Wait
just
a minute.
whores.
So wait a minute. Wait a minute. You're saying we operating from the standpoint that Jesus was just a guy.
Yes.
You're saying he was gay,
It's very possible. I think so.
and that was all part of the con.
Yeah.
Okay, so but you're
If he's an entertainer, if he's an artist, there's a good chance.
I don't think he was an artist.
I think so. If you look at it from a
wait a
if I
minute.
look at taking
Are
the
you saying
position
being
of, I think he's
are
a
you saying
magician,
being an artist makes you more likely to be gay?
I think there's a higher population of artists that are gay than the regular population, probably.
Really?
No,
Yeah.
I think 'cause you're basically saying like there's more. No, like bro, there's gay plumbers. There's gay.
Right.
Now just because an artist may be more willing to say openly I'm gay, I don't
Right.
think that there's a difference. I think niggas is gay out here.
Yeah, like
fair.
like theater, maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we went to a
It-
musical last night. All the niggas was gay.
Yeah. If you're
Yeah.
any sort of like real where you have to act and put on an act, for sure.
But I don't know because I think that's a very American thing. You know what I mean? Like theater kids in England is just everybody.
And what is
Anybody.
Jesus but if not American?
No, Brian,
That's actually a good point.
no, I would disagree with that point because
Well, you're a
in
woman, Val, so
England-
shut the. No,
I would say England has actually always been a step more ahead in being progressive, like with their gender and sexuality.
Are you kidding me?
I promise you.
They literally. What about what they did to Turing?
But think about, I'm thinking from a media standpoint. In the early 2000s, England had naked people on their MTV, on their fucking shows.
Yeah, but they were persecuting people for being gay way longer. Like legit, like putting people
Yeah,
in
like
jail.
like I
and
mean
killing people.
specifically with gay shit.
Yeah.
They just now catching up just like us. I mean, it's way it's way more woke over there than it is over here for sure.
We're talking about in England.
But it's just because there's so little bit of them, you know.
Yeah.
And there's so little of them that are good looking.
Yeah, they're ugly.
Yeah,
Ugly people.
that's an ugly people. Bad
Ugly
food. I
people.
think that's combined.
Yeah,
I think
bad
that's
food makes them ugly.
Yeah, I'm
No
just
sunlight either.
I'm just like, yo, your royal family's ugly. Like
Well, they're all cousins.
I know. So I don't understand why they don't just pick a new one. Like pick a hot family.
It's like these niggas haven't been to Miami or something.
Right.
Like all the motherfuckers in England, take one trip to Miami and you'd be like, you know what, we're gonna spread this seed.
Like
We're doing this wrong.
Imagine if the queen had a fat ass. That's all anybody would talk about. Leave her alone.
Leave, leave
She's
her alone.
earning that by being just the royal bad bitch.
No, if the queen, that is true because they're bullshit. The queen should look like a Kim Kardashian looking bitch.
I agree.
It should look like an Amber Rose, bald head chick with a tattoo on her fucking head with an OnlyFans page. Fucking slut. that we love.
Now everybody dying. There's no telling who next, bro. Who next now?
What for the queen?
For the crown. The king's dying.
The king's dying. So it's his son William, Prince William, and his wife has cancer.
Yep.
And isn't he dying too?
No, he's not dying. His wife has cancer.
That sucks.
We gotta get him up out of here. I'm rooting for the shit to go.
Just take out the entire royal family.
I want the shit to go to Harry, so it could eventually go to his son.
Why? It's William's son that would be next in line.
What?
Harry doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Harry's already gone. Harry's gone.
Yep.
He's out of the picture completely.
Are you allowed to come back or no?
No.
Yeah, yes you can.
What do you mean?
talking
Yeah,
about?
no.
No.
Bro, you can if you got a legit claim to the throne, you can come back whenever you want.
But Harry doesn't have a legit claim to the throne because William has a son.
Kill him.
William, you have to kill the firstborn.
for
Has
now.
that not happened before?
Yeah, I mean, back when it mattered to be king and queen, I don't think it matters
Yeah.
anymore.
Or if the son turns out to be gay or trans, that's gonna
Oh yeah, if he's trans, he can't be.
It's 2024. They'll let the trans.
because you gotta understand
king.
too. All the lords,
King/queen.
all the lords and ladies and all them shits, they gotta all be on board.
Yeah. I don't think they let a trans person be queen.
I don't think so either. Well, they definitely wouldn't let the prince with a black kid be king.
No.
No, yeah, but he's not. He's like, I don't know where he is in the throne of succession, but like now that.
No, he's next. If
he's not. No, he's not next.
If his brother and his brother's son die, he's up.
Okay, you need both those people to die.
We can make that happen.
Yeah. Totally make that happen.
No. Also, but I am serious. He's not allowed to come back into the family.
I don't think so. He abdicated. He left.
He doesn't have no, he didn't abdicate.
I thought he had. Well,
Because
only a king can abdicate.
he still has his title.
Does
or
he?
Something. He still has something, but it's not.
All I know is that he has a shitty podcast on Spotify. That's all I really know about him.
I mean, I don't understand how Meghan Markle talked him out of the bag. Like, you had such an easy life.
Bro, crazy. Let this woman talk about
you
that.
let this woman tell you how to stop being royalty.
Right. For what? She was just in Suits. That's not like she did like a lot.
God, that Chris Rock joke's so good. Of like, you left because they asked how dark the baby was gonna be. You know what black people ask? How dark is that baby? And that's so true. I'm like, yo, that's a common question with any race, bro. It's like, oh, is the baby fair skinned or dark?
Right. Yeah,
nigga, that's any race,
it's
anybody.
Like, you'll see with like Bengali people, they'll like keep their babies like under umbrellas and make sure they see no sun for the first like year and a half of their life just to make sure they stay fair.
Oh, bro.
Right.
Yeah,
I don't think
so
that
it's
works.
Schultz has a great new chunk about it. But he has a great new chunk about literally that, about like the color of the like babies and shit. Like, bro, that shit's incredible. But it is funny that that shit matters to everybody, bro. That's not like a
Right.
like that's crazy for her to make that like such a big deal.
Right.
It's like, bro, that's a normal kind of question.
Let's get down to brass tacks, folks.
Oh yeah,
right.
what we really came here for.
Brian, we honestly, hey, welcome to the pod, everybody. Welcome to the Solid Show. We're back, another episode.
We are back.
We're back. That's usually how we hang out with Brian, is we kind of ramble for a little while, and then we do a little work. Bro, I'm so excited. Thanks for coming, my nigga.
You know what it is? Special out Netflix.
Special out Netflix, live at the Mothership. I mean, god damn it. But before we get into any of that, Brian, we have to talk about the most important thing going on in the world right now, and I would very much need your take.
Before we get into the episode.
Kendrick Lamar. What's happening?
Kendrick Lamar. What you mean?
Do you know what's going on right now in the world of rap?
I mean, vaguely. I mean, I know Kendrick just dropped a verse, and he was kind of
And he dissed
throwing shots
at J. Cole and Drake.
Yeah,
Have you heard the song?
I have.
You've heard the song?
I heard Kendrick's verse to the song.
You've heard Kendrick's verse to the song.
Yeah.
And you've heard First Person Shooter.
I've heard first person shooter.
What I would love to just know what you think of all this, because I know we like rap. I know you love bars. And very rarely does this happen in rap, where a top rapper, the 1%, goes at another 1%. This very, very, very rarely happans. You know, we can name instances where it does happen.
Yeah.
Jay-Z, Nas, Biggie, Tupac, which
Right.
Biggie didn't
But
even
again,
go back.
you know the difference, and this is not an original take. This is Tony Baker's take that I heard yesterday, which I fully agree with, or mostly agree with. But it's like I wanted to be direct. I don't like subliminals and all that. You know, it's like
He wasn't subliminal in this.
all those say names.
He did.
He didn't say nobody's name.
I mean, he did, like, I guess without saying their names, he said everything. You know exactly.
I mean,
who he's
I
talking
mean, all the classic rap beefs you named, it was names being said. You know what I mean?
I will say this though. I will say this just to defend what's happening. This is shot one. Usually names aren't being said until a couple things have been fired. Like right now.
No, you're absolutely right about that. And no, listen, I'm here for it.
Like there were subliminal shots between Jay-Z and Nas before we got to take over and Ether.
I'm here for it. And listen, and I don't know what it all is behind it. You know, I mean, I know Kendrick drop every 3 or 4 years or whatever, and he never really responds directly. And I'm thinking most of that has to do with the fact that he used to be on Top Dog, and Top Dog was like, "Don't do that."
Yes.
But now he on his own shit. What is it? JP Lang? No.
PG Lang.
PG Lang. And he can do what the fuck he wants to do. And listen. And he's here. He's heard. You know, the way Cole's been coming as of late. Basically, just Conor McGregor walking through the rap game. Shoulders flowing. I'm that nigga. Nobody's fucking with me. Just bar after bar. He was barring us to death.
Yep.
J. Cole hitting us with hits, bars, features, everything, just killing everything and going. You know, and then he came on the first person shooter talking about the big three, and you know, and so that's my thing. It's like, was Kendrick's verse the best? No, but he did. Each line addresses everything
in first person shooter.
And it's like, hey nigga, ain't no big three. It's me. It's
Yep.
just me.
So that's where I disagree about the. I didn't feel subliminal. I feel like Kendrick was very much. He knew exactly what he was doing. He knew that like this is about to make the biggest waves. Metro Boomin and Future knew what they were doing.
Look, everybody knows who Kendrick was talking about. Everybody that listens to all of it, right?
Yes.
But there's people that may not be as big fans of J. Cole or Drake or whatever,
or just rap in general. I had to look up what everything meant.
Yeah, exactly. So like if you hear that song, you don't know who it's about. If you never heard First Person Shooter for whatever reason, you don't know who the fuck he's talking to.
You have no idea who he's talking.
So it's like, hey, nigga, say it. You know what I mean? Say like you know, I don't know. But that's my only.
You know what else to give Kendrick? I'm gonna keep defending him here because another advocate in here, another devil's advocate. He did. This is why I think Kendrick's so impressive. Because you know me, first off, I say whoever the GOAT is whoever most recently dropped. Between those three, you see, I go, if Drake just dropped, you see me, I'm champion for Drake. When Cole drops, he's the GOAT, nobody's close.
Right.
Kendrick just dropped this verse, and I'm like, nigga, both them niggas suck. Team Kenny.
Hey, listen, bro.
But my point is, he already has said names. The Control verse. We forgot about that. Kendrick has done this before.
And he put everybody in the body bag.
Everyone in the body bag, and he named names. So this is him going again like, hey, I think y'all forgot. I don't fuck with none of y'all. And it's war out here.
Right, all the fake friends and the
I'm not doing it.
Yeah, he's like,
ain't doing it,
niggas,
bro.
and y'all teaming up.
I don't think he I think this is what my fucking what I think, bro. I think this nigga did not like that they teamed up. They did that song, First Person Shooter, and not that he wasn't on it, that he just probably wasn't invited to be on it, and that you gonna say this whole big three shit, like, and I'm not on it. I think that's where he took offense. Like, you're claiming that we're the big three and this, that, and then you're also claiming that, you're Muhammad Ali of it, which is like, okay, what? And then also you're claiming that, like, you and Drake are the Spider-Man meme. Hold on. Like, everything, and I get it because it's like, are these shots? No, these are, I don't think J. Cole, when he rapped that, I think he was up, I don't think he meant a shot at Kendrick at all. I think Kendrick J. Cole's doing what every rapper does and should do. He goes, I'm that nigga, fool. Yeah.
Right.
But
it did
listen,
feel like, as someone who, like, just knows how competitive artists and stuff can be, when I heard the First Person Shooter, I was like, if Kendrick is as competitive as I imagine he'd be, there's no way he would look at this verse and be like, I'm cool with this.
Well, no, because that verse wasn't even about him.
It wasn't.
It wasn't, but then...
It was about Drake and Cole.
But his name was brought up.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
He
says K. Dot. J. Cole says, we the big three, like something. It's just it's Aubrey, K. Dot, and me.
Right. He
like
said
the start
that,
of the league. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but he meant it in a friendly manner.
No, I know. I think J. Cole is right now at home going, what the fuck just happened?
I don't think he's taking a shot at him. I'm just saying, just the competitive nature, especially of artists who are at the top of their game.
No, but what he was doing was he was putting him and Drake in the same league as Kendrick by saying you're like, come on, I've had comics do this to me where they walk up and they
say like comics at our level or some shit like that.
Right. Comics on our level, and it's like, that's not true. Right. And that's what I mean. I think that's how Kendrick took it, where it's like, nigga, y'all ain't on my level.
Yep.
It ain't no big three. It's me and then whatever y'all doing down there.
Yep. That's how Kendrick took
Right.
it.
And so for you to include me like you doing me a favor, yeah, he took it that kind of way. But rap is competitive. That's what he said. That's what he said about the Control verse. Was like, this. I'm just trying to inspire niggas. And so here's the thing. This is where record sales and ticket sales and all that shit go out the window. Now you gotta come with some bars. And I think he got something ready for both of them. I think he waiting for a response.
Yo, he's itching for a response.
There hasn't been a response yet, has there?
No.
I know Drake said something at a concert recently, but,
he didn't address that. But it wasn't even a response. He literally was just like, if you feel like you that motherfucking nigga, make some noise. It's just what he would say at any concert.
No one's gonna bring me down. It's like, oof, that's a.
No, he didn't say that.
No, because
I watched the video. He didn't
listen,
say
here's the thing.
He said something like that.
Here's
What
the
did he
thing.
say?
He said like, I stand 10 toes down.
Right.
I'm always gonna do my shit. And if you believe in yourself like that,
there's nothing. He said there's nothing that anyone can say about me. No, he said that. He said those words that would bring me down. He said those words. Something along those lines. He said something
but
along
that's
those
also,
lines.
bro. We were he literally could have said that if you showed me that clip and you were like, oh, bro, this actually was the concert we were at, it wouldn't have surprised me.
Which is the most Drake way of responding. Hey, nigga, make bars.
No, Drake will respond. Hey, don't forget the Meek Mill situation.
Yeah,
don't forget. Let's not forget.
Hey, listen.
Let's not forget.
I remember the Meek Mill situation, and then I also remember the Pusha T situation.
I remember the Pusha T situation.
Right, it didn't go that way.
The Pusha T situation didn't go that way.
And here's the thing too. Meek Mill, I fuck with Meek. He's no Kendrick.
No, not Pusha. That's what's scary. Is Pusha.
It's no Kendrick.
Kendrick.
Right. So
the only nigga that's Kendrick is possibly Eminem. If we're really talking about who can rap like that.
That's another dude where it's like, don't go at him.
Don't go at him.
But we haven't really seen Kendrick really lay nobody down though.
And here's the other thing though. But this is what's truly scary. Because even if you Kendrick and you like, yeah, I'm that nigga, y'all that. We ain't never seen J. Cole go at anybody. So he might go at a nigga. We're all like, it might be like Nas Ether.
Yeah, J. Cole.
Oh!
J. Cole's the wild card.
J. Cole is the wild card because everyone's like, oh, Kendrick, and even myself right now. But even in the back of my mind, I'm like, we've never seen J. Cole in beef. We have never seen J. Cole in war mode. We've seen Drake in war mode. We've seen a lot of niggas go at people.
But we haven't seen Kendrick in war mode.
We haven't seen Kendrick. That's what makes this truly scary. These are two fighters, and it's like, what is about to happen?
But honestly, I don't think he needs to respond.
Yeah, with
no, Drake's too big. He doesn't have to respond.
That's it's not even that. It's not even that. But it's like I just don't see him coming that. I don't see it working out. I don't see him winning. It's gonna only be bad for him. Because like I said, we've seen Drake's the only one we've seen in war mode, and it was impressive with Meek Mill. He got his feelings real hurt with
the baby thing. The outing his son, Pusha T outing his son. That shit fucked him
right.
up.
And then all of a sudden, the sun's everywhere. All of a sudden,
he wasn't ready.
And I think he did respond, but it wasn't.
No, he responded with like a formal letter. I remember that.
Right, and it's like
it was. In rap, it was the first time in rap.
He was like, my dearest Pusha.
You was
right. Like, and listen,
I feel besmirched.
And listen. Those when this generation looks back at this time period, Drake is going to be mentioned amongst the top artists and all of that. But
which he deserves.
Yeah, which he does deserve. But with this bar thing, he's up there, but he ain't up there.
No, he is 100% up there. But no, if we're talking, he's in the greatest rappers of all time. Drake, to me, is top 10.
Yeah.
Top 10. And that's not bro, that's the 10.
Yo, Drake is KD.
Drake is KD, man.
You know what I mean? Where's like, yo, that nigga can do everything. He's amazing. He's all that.
No, I would say Drake's KD when it comes to rapping, because Drake, when it comes to making music, Drake is Michael Jordan. When it comes to Kendrick,
you talking about between the three of them.
Between the three of them.
Michael Jordan.
When it comes to making hits, like it ain't, bro. Kendrick and J. Cole don't even drop like that. Drake dropped 3 albums in a year, and they all went crazy.
No, listen, he makes a lot of good music. He makes a lot of okay music too. But I'm just talking about lyricism. When it comes to this battle and shit, I don't think he's got it. I don't think he
100% got it. Like you said, the fact is, what's scary is that nobody's ever seen the idea of battling the two guys.
Yeah, and also here's the other thing.
Kendrick
Man.
and Cole are the guys.
It's other people writing for you. So that's
No, bro. You can't say that because when other people write for Drake, like when they make music, but I don't have a problem with people making music.
Me
if they're
neither.
Right. But bro, you can ask anybody who does like when Drake's rapping in a song, that's Drake rapping in a song.
what you mean. So what was Quentin Miller doing?
Bro, he gave him the 10 bands, the hook. Yeah.
Oh, so he wasn't writing no rhymes? He wasn't writing no bars?
No, bro, you can go check. I will say you can't go check Drake's resume. The dude.
No, I'm not saying Drake can't rap, but what I'm saying is I don't think his pen
is as nice as the two greatest pens of all time. No, that's where we agree.
Right. I don't think he's up there with that. So
The only people I'm putting over Drake are Kendrick, Cole, Jay-Z, Tupac. Like, you see what I'm saying? Then Biggie, those as far as better lyricists. But like the fact that he's a better Drake could rap better than 50 Cent. Drake can rap better than fucking.
I agree with that.
And I love 50. But like we talk about bars.
But I'm putting way more people over Drake bar wise than that. You saying Drake's in the top 10 bars?
No, yes. He'd be like probably like 9 or 10. Because I'd put Nas.
I mean, okay, so let me ask you this. Are you talking about just mainstream people? Well, I guess we kind of have to do it. It's
You
not fair
kinda
to
You have
Yeah.
to. Yeah, you
It's
have
not
to.
fair to
It's like,
include-
that's a part of it.
That's definitely part of the argument.
So you said Jay-Z,
can't completely discount that out.
Nas, J. Cole, Kendrick. Who else did you say? Eminem.
Eminem, of course.
What did you just say?
Said Jay-Z, Biggie, Pac, Nas,
Biggie, Pac,
Eminem,
Eminem.
Kendrick
Kendrick
Cole.
Cole.
So you saying that's it? That's the
And
only.
then I'd put Drake. See that this is where Drake his name would start popping up right around here. Because Snoop would probably be in this conversation.
No,
Because bro, Snoop got bars, bro. Motherfuckers just kind of be sleeping on it. Andre 3 Stacks. No, Andre 3 Stacks.
Stacks. Okay.
Drake.
Wow. So you saying it's nobody above Drake lyrically than those 8 people?
Drake is that great of a rapper.
That's been the mainstream.
Drake, no, because that's a part of it. That you're such a good rapper, you are mainstream. That is a part of it.
That definitely plays a part.
Like, bro, there's a reason Nas is Nas because he's that good. It's not because he's mainstream. He's literally that good at rapping.
But mainstream's about hit making, which doesn't necessarily need to be lyrical.
But the guys we named are so good at rapping that they make hits. It's not like when you cut on a Nas song, he's singing, nigga.
Okay,
He is
yeah.
barring you up.
But lyrically though, I mean, with Ab-Soul, I mean, just
no,
no.
not even no.
Wow.
Schoolboy Q maybe, but nothing. Ab-Soul.
Hold
no.
on, Schoolboy Q. Maybe you put Schoolboy Q over Ab-Soul with lyrically.
All day, every
I don't
day
even think
when I'm sleeping.
I don't even
yes.
think Q would say that. Kendrick wouldn't even say that.
They're both out of their minds.
No, I mean,
And I like Ab-Soul.
I don't know, nigga. But how much? But have you? Because I was listening.
I have listened to, and also I remember in college, like when Ab-Soul, like when TDE, when like Black Hippie and that shit was like the shit.
Ab-Soul's nasty.
He's a
with the
nasty
bars.
guy.
Now listen, I'm not talking about necessarily song making, even though I think he makes good songs.
He does make good songs.
But just pen, like you.
Mac Miller might be honorable mention in this top 10.
Mac Miller.
That motherfucker could rap.
I would put Mac Miller in the category with songwriting, with like making songs, but not bars. But yeah, whatever. We gonna see. Listen, I think the smart thing to do is for Drake to sit this one out. I think.
I was just making a face at the camera. This whole conversation, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah. I mean, but
ear do.
yeah, this conversation is happening in every barbershop in America.
It is. This is the most important thing. I do mean this. I think this is genuinely the best time ever in hip hop because this is cool to have this happen.
If something comes of it.
I mean, Kendrick, what I love though is that Kendrick was like, hey, we shooting. I'm shooting.
right.
You shooting back or not? Because bullets are flying right now.
Right. And he was trying to tell y'all in the last album that he's like, I'm more Kodak Black.
Woo!
You know what I mean? He trying to tell people
said that.
like I'm more hood nigga than I am conscious nigga.
Okay, thanks for explaining. Because you said, you know what I mean, and I was like, no.
No,
I
he
have
was
zero
talking to me.
idea.
I forget the exact bar what the rest of the bar was.
No, he said I'm more Kodak Black than I am like common. Or he says like a conscious person, but it's so true. I get it because he's like, bro, who the fuck? Yo, he says it in the line. He says, nigga, he said, Drop the location. I still got PTSD. Because niggas forget, Good Kid, Mad City is about him killing somebody. It's about him killing another human being.
Killed a couple people.
That's what I'm saying. And he's saying, bro, don't. That's why he's like, hey, both of y'all. Hey, Kendrick and Cole. I got actual PTSD, dog. Mm-hmm. I'll fucking for real go off. That's what I like about it. It was just like, damn, bro, that reminder of like, shit ain't sweet. And you know what I like in life? Sometimes you do need to be reminded that shit ain't sweet out here. Everybody.
Yeah. Well, it's like, hey man, listen, if you're gonna walk around saying you the best, that means I'm not. So you gonna have to comfort, you gonna have to deal with that smoke. That's why they say heavy is the head that wear the crown. Remember Afro Samurai?
I do remember Afro Samurai.
Remember that? It was like, if y'all don't know, it was like a anime where the number it was all these numbered headbands for who the best martial artist was in the world. But you wasn't allowed to fight. You wasn't allowed to fight the number one guy without the number two headband.
Yeah, you had to show that you worked your way up type shit.
Right. So you know who was the most dangerous? Like everybody was trying to fight the number one guy, which meant everybody was trying to fight the number two guy.
Right.
So Afro had the number two. He was walking around most of the movie with the number two on, and everybody was trying to get at him. You know what I'm saying? Which is kind of backwards which is kind of not exactly an accurate metaphor, but that's my point. Is like if you saying you the man, then what comes with that is everybody coming at you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, and I'm with that. It's like, hey, bro, we ain't sharing. What you got half the belt, I got half the trophy. You got half the trophy, I take half the trophy. It's like no. Don't. If you the man, say you the man. Don't go. Well, we three. No, fuck that. That's what I'm feeling too. Because hip hop's competitive.
Yes.
You know, so it's like, hey, don't. Okay, you saying like. You know, you trying to play like don't act like the nigga that's like that where Debo took his bike and he was like, well, it's kind of like all out bike. No, nigga, it's my bike.
He does say
Fuck you mean? It ain't all out bike. There's only one seat. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Brian, it's so good.
Yeah,
I agree with you.
So we'll see. We're gonna see how it turns out.
We are gonna see how it turns out. I think right now score Kendrick 1, them 0.
Yeah.
Because Kendrick shot. Goddamn, I'm really excited to see what J. Cole. It's mainly about J. Cole. Isn't that crazy? Because of course you're right. Drake, it doesn't matter what he does. Because everyone wants to just see Cole.
Well, that's another thing what I'm talking about. It's like no one's waiting on Drake's response.
No, because it's like if he responds, it's awesome. It would be like, whoa, he can't be. That's crazy.
I think if if he responds, he's going to wish that he hadn't done. I think it's a bad move.
You know what sucks? J. Cole's seems like a kind of like a humble, like a Biggie kind of personality. I can see him never responding. I could just see him just living his life, fucking wearing cargo pants and rapping.
That's not a good move.
It sucks, but I mean, business wise, because it's just like he's so big, he still can keep rapping. He's gonna be J. Cole. Like what I'm not. If he doesn't respond, I'm not gonna listen to his next album.
Tuck the sensitive rapper back in his pajama clothes. Remember that? Anyway. Speaking of anime,
well, we're actually here for it.
Brian knows why he's actually here, but
we asked. Now we can finally get into the episode. Now that we're done with the rap talk. Yeah, I hated it. No.
Can't wait till we talk about fucking Slumdog Millionaire or whatever the fuck. Indian movies.
We asked Brian on here because Brian is a big anime fan, and we wanted to know what his top 10 anime were.
Well, I am a fan of the art form, but I'm not really a big fan of anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm not about to, I only say that because like when you say you love anything, it's always the gatekeeping niggas with the trivia. So what about episode 4? So
I don't like those.
My point is, it's a lot. Okay, first I'm gonna explain what this list is.
And then Val pull up what he says up.
Okay, so it's mostly. So I actually have 3 lists.
Oh, okay. Oh,
yo,
shit.
let's go, bro. Way to come prepared.
I have my favorites, which doesn't necessarily mean better. Just my favorite. I have honorable mentions, which either means that I skipped, I missed it when it was first coming out, but I'm watching it now and I like what I see so far, but it's not enough. It's not enough, right?
Yeah.
Or it just came out and it's dope, but it's one season and it's right.
Right.
And then my third list is absolute garbage. These are things that have fooled everybody. And since there's only one thing on that list, let me just throw that out there right now. Vinland Saga is trash. So I don't know if everybody realized it. It was good animation. It was good all these things. And it was a complete waste. We got to the end. I don't know, maybe it's more seasons coming, but
Villain Saga?
Vinland Saga.
Vinland, V-I-N.
Because it's one of these animes that isn't really about the battling, even though it fool you into thinking it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So this is a spoiler
Damn,
alert.
look at how jacked
spoiler.
they are, though.
Yeah. Okay. So
days.
spoiler alert. If we're gonna flash on the screen where you can skip to if you don't want to hear the spoilers. But these bitch ass. So
Yo, go off, right?
so this guy, his father is one of the greatest warriors in the world. He runs away. He on an island to get away to have peace, to raise a family and all this other stuff. And then he gets called back into the war. And his son watches him die, and the son gets taken into slavery by the nigga that killed him, right? And so every time he get a chance, he try to kill this nigga, so he's with these bandits the whole time, basically being raised by this nigga. And every now and then he try to kill the nigga and it don't work. And the guy's like, maybe next time, young buck. But he's out there on the battlefield murdering shit, cutting niggas' heads off. You know, like every time they get in the battle, he getting more and more powerful. More and more of a warrior. And still, he tries to kill the old boy. I think the dude's name is I forget his name, Askeland or something like that. Anyway.
Yeah,
Askeladd.
Okay, yeah. So he's trying to kill Askeladd. So fast forward all the way to the future. Askeladd dies. He's free, and he decides to go. He ends up working on this farm where basically he's not a slave, but he's like an indentured servant. So the guy basically tells him, hey, he with that other muscle bound dude he was standing with, he was like, if y'all can chop all them trees down and plant crops right there, which gonna take y'all years, then not only will you have paid your debt, but I'll give you some of the land, type shit. So they working, and then one of the dudes that oversees them is fucking up the land on purpose, like comes and fucks it all up after they like halfway done and cut down most of the trees. It's crops just starting to grow. He goes and like ruins the land.
Like salts it.
Right. Mm-hmm. And so at that point, because nobody knows he's a warrior. They just think he's a slave. Nobody knows he's a warrior. So anyway, it gets all the way to this point where the king of all the land is coming to take this farm because he needs it to feed his troops to fund his war. And he recognizes the slave dude from when he was a warrior.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so I guess what I'm trying to get at is, it's battles, it's fights. This nigga don't fight.
Oh, that's
so that's my point. The show keeps making you think every time it's a moment, he kind of, because it does this thing with the people in the show that are like real warriors. They have like this vision. When a fight starts, they can fucking see your elbow and like, it's like that kind of shit.
Oh, the Sherlock Holmes
yeah,
shit.
and every now and then his little fucking fighter sense will activate and it'll be like, oh, maybe he about to, and then he don't. And then at the very end of the season, you think at the very end of the season he chooses peace. Like
Damn.
the whole show was about him fighting to not be a warrior. So it's like I had invested so much time in this fucking show, bro. I was so upset. Like
It's like they edged you, and then left you a blue ball.
Bro, to never show the monster is crazy.
Yeah, no, not the monster, the main character fight.
That's what I'm saying. But like, in a movie, you can never show the monster is wild.
Right.
You gotta show whatever that fighting is. You gotta show that. Like,
show what he can do.
This was a show with a pacifist message, which is not what we tune in to shonen anime for.
No, we don't. Yeah, you tune into anime for fighting.
Okay. So this
Fuck
was
you, Vinland Saga.
This was also tough because in my honorable mentions, I got Fire Force.
Okay, I've seen videos like ads for that. I've never actually watched it. It's about what? It's about firefighters.
It's more than that. It's more than that. Firefighters they are firefighters, but the fire is.
Is it like a demon?
Yeah.
Okay,
Fire. It's demons in the fire. Arcane on Netflix was dope. It was just one season, but it was awesome.
Okay, so this is where people who love anime, this is where the big gatekeeping comes in right now. It's like
Arcane's a big one.
No, it's
not a big one.
It's not a big one,
But it's a good one.
it's TV. It's shows that aren't made in Japan.
Right. I guess does that not count as anime then?
Yes, so this, but clearly, because this is more steampunk than it would be anime. The sort of big fight in the sort of world is that because Avatar: The Last Airbender is stylistically it's anime, but it was made in America, so people would be like, well, that's not anime at all.
It is though.
Yeah, that I would say it pretty much is.
I mean,
I would say that.
I mean, because listen, maybe you don't call it anime, but there's a specific category of anime called shonen anime,
Right.
Which is what we all think of when we say anime. We're talking about a character, a man, getting stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. You know what I mean? That's pretty much what shonen anime. That's what shonen anime is. So even though Last Airbender might not be that, it might not be Japanese. It is.
That's what's happening. Yeah.
So that's what I'm talking about.
Okay, so you're saying the vibe of Arcane is the same as that, because animation wise, Avatar is very anime style. This isn't at all.
Now, yeah, and a lot of these on my honorable mention are American animation,
Right?
But not all. Blue Eye Samurai. Blue Eye Samurai on Netflix is also awesome.
What is that? I've never even heard of that.
Really?
No.
I really like this.
Yeah, but it's only one season, so it's honorable mention right now.
Okay.
It's finna be another one, but.
Look at these. I will say this: all these shows have had phenomenal ratings.
Oh well, the good anime. There's nothing like it.
Hey, bro, this is one of those animes where, like, even if you don't watch anime, like, the story is so good.
Yeah,
the poster looks incredible.
I would say this is more anime than, because it takes place in Japan. It's created by a Japanese
Randall Park's
person.
in it.
Right. Yeah. See, like, stylistically, that's more anime. That's like that. I guess that's why my thing with Arcane is Arcane does not look like that. I would never watch Arcane and be like, is that Japanese?
What does steampunk mean? What does that mean?
It's a certain style. So if you look up steampunk anime comes up. I don't know. Looking at steampunk anime it's like sort of like this industrial but not modern.
But steampunk is not. It's not.
Just look up steampunk, not anime.
But anime can be steampunk and still be anime.
Yes, yeah. Yes, absolutely.
Steampunk is an aesthetic. It's
so Victorian era industrial. So it's like it's industrial but not modern.
It's like back when niggas it's like basically like
Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, these.
That's steampunk.
It's like machine. It's basically like machines. When there's machines, but back when when they didn't know a lot, like when it was like steam and copper and all that. It's like machines, but in the Victorian era.
League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
That's
type
that's
exactly.
steampunk. That's absolutely steampunk.
Yeah. But that's just an aesthetic. That's not an alternative to anime.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, so all right, let me get through these honorable mentions so I can get to the real ones.
Okay.
Ninja Scroll. So this is old school, old school movie. And I just think it was
the movie or the series.
It was the movie. It was a movie.
Okay.
The series is newer, not as good, but Ninja Scroll was very influential when anime first started coming over here. Death Note.
That's on your honorable mention.
Death Note's in the honorable mention.
That's the one that I hear about.
No, that's only because I didn't get into it when it first came out, but from what little bit I've watched of it, it's good.
Oh, see, I would put that. This for me. This is in my top.
Yeah,
3.
but this ain't for you. So.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. But I'm just saying, like, usually when people are like, I've never watched anime, where do I start? This is the one I give them, because it's 33 episodes. It's a contained story. It's not like like Naruto or One Piece that are like 1,000 episodes.
Well, yeah, that's why both of those are in my honorable mention, because Naruto and One Piece are both things that I didn't get into when they came out. Because something y'all don't understand too. The time I was deployed, and for like maybe 3 or 4 years after that, I literally wasn't watching TV. That's when I lost track of like what was happening in wrestling and all this stuff. Like, not just deployed, but when I was in the service, I didn't have a TV.
Yeah.
We didn't have cable. I think they just got broadband in the barracks like right at the end. So it was like I stopped watching everything, stopped keeping up with everything. So any anime that came out in that time, I wasn't really.
Okay, so yeah.
So I missed a lot of things in that early 2000s.
You'd miss these 2 eras, because like if I were to make, because I was thinking, what would my list be? Naruto and One Piece would be 2-3. Naruto Death Note would be 2-3.
Okay.
So you went back and watched not all of Naruto, but I'm assuming you went back and watched some of it.
No, or like I've tried and started to, or like a lot of like the YouTube top 10. So there's I forget what the name of the channel is, but there's a dude that's like top 10 fights in anime, top 10 entrances and shit. And so I've seen a lot of cool shit from Naruto and shit like that. I've seen a lot of dope shit. I forget what the bad guy's name is, but I seen the battle where he fought like everybody, where he killed like a whole army of people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's some cool ass shit that happened in it, and so that made me start watching a little bit of it. But then you're like, oh, it's 400 episodes.
Yeah,
so
Naruto is like 700.
Yeah,
it's like
so it's like I'm not
hard
gonna.
to
Same
get
thing with
into.
One Piece. One Piece has like 700 episodes.
One Piece has over 1,100, and they're still going.
Yeah, right. So
Jesus.
and so One Piece fans will be like, well, skip the first 250 episodes. I'm
No.
like, what?
Yeah.
Then what happened? Okay, and so I'm like, yeah. So like, it's downloaded somewhere. If I ever get stranded somewhere, they are all.
It's ready. You
All
got
the
it.
One Pieces on my tablet.
Yeah.
Right.
If I ever get stranded somewhere, I'm gonna lock in. But I don't have time to watch 1,000.
But there's some insane fights. If you just look up like best Naruto
Yeah,
fights, you'll see a couple like
yeah, it's some cool joints. And then what was and then the joint with the boy Rock Lee. What anime?
Oh,
Yeah.
that's the Rock Lee's Naruto.
Okay, yeah. So
Where he drops the ankle weights.
yeah, he drops the ankle weights. He still get pieced up though, but it was still cool.
Mhm.
Do we want to watch it?
Yeah, we don't
No,
have to watch
no,
it. No.
no,
We
no,
can.
we don't have time.
There's a great moment if you look it up. Just look up Rock Lee drops ankle weights and see what happens. Just up in
Is
the.
it this one?
Yeah, that's the fight. But there's one moment in it.
Oh, we can watch the Rock Lee fight real quick. Mhm.
Yeah, we could if we want. Drops weights. Yeah, that is. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, this is the English dub, which we'll have to silent.
So keep in mind that the context is he don't have no actual powers.
Okay.
This guy flipping right here?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
His only fight. So this guy can control sand.
Oh.
With his like mind. He has like a demon in him that lets him do that. He can only fight physically. Right. So he's getting carved up.
He's been getting carved up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
I mean, not really though. I mean, he's been kind of holding his own.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's clear that he's losing the fight.
Yeah, and no one expects him to win either.
Right.
That's his master. His master's the only one that know what he can really do.
Right.
So now he's giving him permission to take off the weight.
Take off the ankle weights that he has on.
So he's like,
And no one knows that he's had ankle weights
No,
on
no,
this
no,
whole
no. No one knows anything. He has them on his wrist too, I think.
So now he gets the permission.
Do we have volume?
It's in the.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, we couldn't play it regardless. I don't think. So damn, these are the weights.
Bro,
This is
that's
like-
fire. I love fighting shit like that.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. So he's like,
I remember the first time I watched this being so hyped.
yeah. Everybody's like, can I really?
Yeah, and then everyone's like, "But these are just ankle weights. Who gives a fuck?"
Right, and then he drops the joint.
I'm assuming the ankle weights weigh 1,000 pounds.
Yeah. Everybody's like, what the fuck? Fuck.
And
That's
then-
Naruto, right? The
No.
dude with the eye?
No. That's his.
Naruto?
That's his sensei. Naruto is, if you go back,
One with the blonde hair.
yeah, the one with the blonde hair.
Okay.
See, and then immediately just starts. Look how just quickly moves, can go through the sand. Like,
Oh.
yeah.
Oh.
I don't know why he didn't just hit him though. He was like
Oh.
showing off.
Right.
All right, so
That was awesome.
And
So-
that's just one fight. They have so many amazing fights in Naruto specifically.
it's great. It's great.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Also, Full Metal Alchemist.
That's on your.
Yeah, that's a very big fan.
That's also on your
Wait,
honorable
which one?
mentions.
Yes.
Which one?
Well,
though?
Brotherhood's the better one.
So,
Yes.
but which one's on his honorable mention?
Brotherhood.
Yeah, Brotherhood's Yeah.
That disappoints me so much.
Why?
It's
'Cause-
my favorite.
Yeah, that's number.
Okay,
that's
okay,
number 4
okay,
for me.
guys. This is stop.
Right.
This is why I prefaced all this by telling you honorable mention just means that I haven't seen enough of it.
Right. That's
It
fair.
means it could
Okay.
enter.
For it to be one of my favorite. I'm not saying it's not
Okay.
good. I know that it's one of the greats, which is why I even bothered to mention it.
Right.
But it's not one of my favorite because I didn't enjoy it because
But
I haven't seen it.
I feel like this deserves. At least we had to talk
And that's
about
what
it.
you know,
Right?
right? That's Ehsan and Val attacking you right now.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you're
Right,
listening and just having
right.
a good
And,
time.
and I'm just trying to run through the honorable mentions because my list is
It's where you have.
right.
Right. So that's why, because like a lot of these are like, okay, I'd imagine they'd be on your list somewhere. So I'm like, now I'm very curious. If these aren't mentioned, what's the list?
Okay, right. But what I'm saying is, you don't look at the honorable mention as, oh, that's a diss to these animes
not.
because I made my list, and then I thought, oh, I'm leaving off a lot of good animes.
Yeah.
Let me make another list for things that I don't know enough
No, I'm
about.
glad you did, so that every comment's not, how the fuck did it not?
Right,
I
right.
know
Because
what you're doing.
because
I know
for
what you're
example,
But I want to give the comments a voice here so we don't get a
because for
million.
example, all out of my favorite ones on this honorable mention list, Hunter x Hunter, I haven't seen enough of that, but it is one of my favorite animes.
There's an
But
anime called Hunter x Hunter?
yeah, Hunter x Hunter. But if you started quizzing me about it, I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah,
You know?
Yeah.
So
what I like about stuff like Hunter x Hunter and Naruto, it is always it's like it's watching these kids in high school become gods, pretty much. That's what they do. They,
Yeah, basically.
That's basically a lot of these like
and then
shonen anime.
Bleach. And here's the thing too. Actually, this is more than 10 because
So just to add some context for you, Derek. So we were just talking about the big three earlier. Naruto, Bleach, and One Piece are considered the big three of this era of anime.
And what era of time is this?
This is the era of time that he missed. This would be like the early 2000s to the mid 2000s.
Wow.
right and right, those are the big three. But then
Those are the
like
big three. Like Naruto to what I would say the generation after us and a little bit of our generation is the same as what Dragon Ball Z was to us. It's like
Were you around for the Dragon Ball Z wave?
oh yeah.
Okay.
yeah, there's no way that doesn't end up in the top
Yeah,
10.
so then also I forgot Seven Deadly Sins.
Never seen that.
Okay. So now let's get to my actual list.
Whoa,
look at that.
hold on.
Immediate
Let me
me
just look at these tits real quick,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
we'll get to that
immediate
list,
tits.
Brian, and we'll get to that list in 1 second. Just click on those tits, and thank you.
What's funny is she's not even that big of a part of.
Well, she's got a couple big parts.
She
I'll tell
seems
you
like
that.
she seems like a big part.
I'll tell you that. She got a couple big ass parts.
So there's actually 12 on this list, but that's only because I feel like 2 of these are kind of off on their own, and that's Dragon Ball Z and Akira.
Okay.
Well, that's Akira. I've heard of.
So Akira is where all other anime comes from. So Akira was Japan's answer to Disney. All the small animation houses came together to make Akira because they couldn't match Disney's budget.
Yeah.
So they all came together. It was like, what can we do if we combine all our budgets and all our talent? And so Akira is what sparked anime coming over here for real. Like it didn't quite go mainstream over here, but all the nerds in America, this was the connection to all the nerds in Japan.
Wow.
Akira was the first thing that started all of it. It's the most influential anime in the sense that it influenced every anime you would say is influential.
And a lot of things like this motorcycle shot.
Tarantino. I was just about to say that
that.
reminds me of the Tarantino Kill Bill Volume 1.
And that's
vibes.
exactly what
Yeah,
it's
that-
referencing.
that's exactly what it's referring to.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
God,
this is one of the most influential pieces of art that's ever been made.
Yes, I would agree with that.
And so I feel like that's in a category all of its own. I'm not saying you should go watch it. It's very confusing.
It's incredibly
It
confusing.
also comes it also comes so this movie is based. There's a book that's based on this movie, but the movie is also based on the book. We don't have time for me to go through it all and explain it, but it's basically the book, the movie and the book weren't finished together, so they influenced each other. They were both halfway done, and then one influenced the other and vice versa. So anyway,
Wait, so real quick before you keep going, the Dragon Ball Z and Akira, you're putting off to the side of this list.
right, like the same way how we talking about the big three, but we're not including Jay-Z.
Because you're right, because it's like we're talking about we're insulating it.
Right,
Okay, fair.
because he's influenced all of that. It's like,
Right.
yeah, it's like we're talking about the sons, not the father, not the grandfather. You know what I mean?
All right, I'm locked in.
So then, Attack on Titan.
Are these ranked 10 to 1 or 1? Are these ranked or no?
No, this is not ranked. I don't have the energy to do that. Now listen, technically, this should be in the honorable mention because it's not even done with the first season. But I think just like when I first seen Patrick Mahomes.
Wait, what do you mean? Done, not in? They're this is finished.
Yeah.
What?
He's talking about the next thing.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Attack on Titan still.
Hassan just like disagreeing with me.
Yeah, you're ready. He's ready.
No,
No,
I
but
thought
you
he was
thought the
talking
same
about
thing.
Attack on Titan.
Yeah, I was like, because you were
That's
like
'cause they're
Attack on
ready to
Titan.
fight you,
were
Brian.
like Attack on Titan. Now it's not done with the first season. I was like, what?
Okay, so then you should have known I wasn't talking about that.
I knew immediately that he was on to the next one.
Right. Solo Leveling is so good. So
What's it called again? Solo Leveling?
Solo Leveling. There's another one I forgot to put on the honorable mention. But Solo Leveling, technically, by my criteria, that should be on the honorable mention because it's literally not even finished the first season yet. Even though I've read the manga's awesome. Another one, Limitless. I mean, not Limitless. Invincible should be.
Is Invincible anime?
I mean, I would disagree with that.
Well, it's not your list or something.
Yeah, but I would like. I mean,
I didn't know that was anime.
I would say it's not. I would say this is just more of an animated series. Like this is in the same vein as more of like a Rick and Morty than it is like a.
But I
anime.
get what Brian, because it's like,
Yeah.
why isn't this anime?
I would put this more in the category of like Justice League, and because it's more superhero. It's not.
So One Punch Man's not anime?
No, One Punch Man is
One Punch
definitely
definitely
anime.
anime,
It's
yeah.
Japanese.
One Punch Man has so much more like.
Why does it have to be Japanese?
Yeah, I was about to say, does it have to be Japanese?
No, it just has to be Japanese style animation.
Yeah.
Right, but
Right.
would you say? Well, I wouldn't say that this is Japanese style animation. I like as the same way.
Is
I
it
wouldn't
not?
say.
I'm looking at
But
it.
it's the same kind of animation as One Punch Man.
No, not even close.
Pull up One Punch Man.
Like if you were to
thank
watch
you,
the animated version, of, like watching them side by side, I would not say that's the same style as One Punch Man. Not at all.
This looks a little bit more Dragon Ball Z vibes.
Yeah, this doesn't look like anime.
But Invincible
This doesn't
does.
look like,
If you go back to
Invincible.
Invincible, though, like it does.
Yeah, but it
look-
sounds
I
like
get
he's trying to
what Brian's
say
saying.
like if it's not made by Japanese people, it's not anime.
Yeah, he was being real racist.
Well, I I guess like we said, like the gate. That's what the I wouldn't. I'm not as gatekeepery as that, but I was like, this does feel like a DC Marvel whatever like
Okay,
animated
right, but
series.
but again, that's why I prefaced this whole list because I didn't want this to happen. every time I say a thing, he's like, well, I don't think
I know
that's
they ready to fight you.
right. It's like I
Y'all's
don't.
desk keeps getting
Yeah,
closer.
y'all niggas can have a whole episode where y'all do y'all top 10.
Go off, me.
Okay, so this should have been Solo Leveling should have been in the honorable mention.
Okay.
But also it's another one too should have been an honorable mention. That's also dope. America's Coming, Ninja what is it called? Ninja Akumi? No, Ninja the joint Ninja Kamui. Phew, this joint good, bro.
Yeah.
But again, it's not even finished the first season yet. But that's on HBO. That shit's flames.
It looks scary.
It looks scary. Yeah.
The song doesn't
Dark
think that's
vibes.
anime though.
No, but it probably is. If I had to, I mean, this actually looks like anime, even if this wasn't made in America. If I had to guess, this was made in Japan, just by the way it looks and the way it's promoted. I would imagine there is like an original Japanese version of this.
Yeah, but if you found out that it wasn't, what would you say then?
I would be
Like
like,
if this was made in New Jersey.
I would be like, I would give you that because this actually looks like it. That's what I'm saying. Like to me, Invincible doesn't have this feel or this vibe.
What about? Would you say Boondocks is more anime feeling than Invincible?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I would even say that. I would say
but,
I would be
but,
like,
but Boondocks is an anime, is it?
No, that's a cartoon.
Why is Boondocks not an anime then?
If
it's
Invincible,
in the
like,
style.
well, because what I'm saying is like,
well,
there's,
it's definitely not a shonen anime. That's what I'm talking about.
no.
It's like there's no powers, there's no fighting. Well, there's actually that's not true. There's a lot of fight scenes.
There's actually a lot of fight
Boondocks.
scenes in Boondocks.
Yeah.
But I get what you're saying. There's not an arc where Huey is learning how to be the all-powerful guy. Like,
right. Yeah. I mean, you
Right.
could, but you could make the argument that Boondocks is anime. Same thing with Afro Samurai.
Well, in my head, Afro Samurai is anime.
Well, Afro Samurai is anime in the sense that it was also started in Japan.
Well, see, I need you to stop doing that because that it being started in Japan doesn't make it anime.
Okay, fine, but even the same thing, like the artistic style.
So,
it's like,
so let me ask you this: if you found out that that Japanese people made The Simpsons, is The Simpsons anime? No, it's just a style of animation.
right.
It's,
Okay.
it's not.
It's
It
not
doesn't
about the
matter.
race of
It doesn't
people.
matter who makes it. You keep saying that like
Okay,
it's
fine.
a,
I mean,
like
but
it's a
like,
criteria.
okay. But like, I still stand by my point is that the Invincible style of animation is nothing close to anything else that you have mentioned.
The Invincible style of animation.
I mean, I was looking at it. It looks like animation.
I don't know, just because it's animation, because if we're talking stylistically, it just doesn't feel the way that like all these even Boondocks in their fighting scenes feel. And like it's like
I don't know how many. Have you watched?
Invincible, yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's close and not close, but also I think it's not just the animation style, but it's also that whole genre of thing.
Of a guy who has no powers and then gets slowly builds powers. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, what you know, because I'm saying, let me put it a different way. If Disney bought the rights to Dragon Ball Z and made the whole thing again in their animation style, would you now say it wasn't anime?
Yeah, if they change the style completely.
If they changed the way it looks.
Yeah.
Well, what you mean?
But the story's the exact same.
Yeah, and Dragon Ball Z has changed the way it's looked throughout all this
I see what
time.
you're saying.
Like Dragon Ball GT don't look nothing like the original Dragon Ball without the Z. So, you know, whatever. But we ain't whatever.
Yeah, fuck you, Ehsan. I got you, Brian.
Ghost in the Shell.
Ooh, the movie, right?
Yeah.
Is that a video game too?
I think they tried to do it.
They made a live action one with Scarlett Johansson, didn't they?
That's what it was. Yeah, they made a live action movie.
Yeah,
with
they made a
Scarlett
live action joint. Ghost in the Shell.
Damn,
Another
look
one.
at the titties, though.
Another one of those influential joints. Because Ghost in the Shell was the first one I saw where it was like deep, nigga. Like
She is a baddie.
yeah.
Yeah.
Where it's kind of deep, like deep like that. Ghost in the Shell. I said so. One Punch Man. Obviously, you got to throw that in there.
Yeah, I rewatched
I've
it.
seen the first episode of this.
Yeah. Also honorable mention Castlevania. On Netflix. Demon Slayer.
Castlevania.
Yeah, Demon Slayer is in my top.
Demon Slayer is a big one. That one I've heard of.
To as far as like animation goes too, I think Demon Slayer is probably the most beautifully animated show I've ever seen in my life.
Ooh,
Really?
Yeah.
I think I could
Yeah,
count it.
that Demon Slayer, that logo, I've seen that.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Why is it the most beautiful, Ehsan?
It's just the like when they show like sort of these environmental scenes where it's like snowing and it's like I've just never seen animation like that. It's
Yeah,
like
it's
so beautiful.
It's really good. Even though I think One Punch Man is better animated. But then
yeah, I can see that argument.
But then I also Jujutsu Kaisen. Jujutsu Kaisen is up there. That's top tier.
Yo, she knew the fucking. She
went
JJK.
JJK.
That's how you know, like, oh, this fucking Val's a nerd right now, bro. How did she fucking know that?
Yeah, Joe, just play like Sunika versus that demon. You know what I'm talking about? The scene where he fucking
In the underground?
no, where they're fighting in the whole city. He blows up the whole city. Like he throws like a train at him.
Sukuna versus. Damn, is that in the newest season?
No. Oh yeah, but just do that top one. Whatever. Yeah. Oh, this is it right here.
See, I mean,
Wow, look at that.
yeah, the animation style is unreal.
I remember when we watched The Last Dance with Sam. She was so in. Not because it wasn't about basketball.
Yeah.
It was about the story of Michael Jordan.
Women
and
are
drama.
the reason why sports channels always talk about the storyline and all that. Yeah. I agree. I mean, I don't know how many women love anime fans though.
I bet you there's a huge chunk of them.
I mean, look, there's definitely more of them than people might think, but it's not a huge chunk.
I bet you they're all kind of hot.
For what? Sorry, I was looking up another fight.
You don't think that anime, girls who are in anime are probably good looking?
How long did you live?
There's a few of them. Yeah. Like
How long did you live in
San?
San Diego? Did you ever go?
4?
Did you ever just go around the convention center around Comic-Con?
Yes.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of beautiful women, but there's a lot of women that are just like those dusty ass, smelly nerds that never leave the house.
Yeah, they are the guy. A lot of women are they're, and it's weird how there's no in between. They're either the women look like the guys,
Right.
or you're like, this is crazy. This hot ass bitch is dressed like an avatar right now.
Exactly.
Well, I would say in the last few years, anime has become way more mainstream.
Well,
Kids are really into it.
Kids are really into it.
because of Megan Thee Stallion made it okay for hot chicks to admit they like it. So I bet they've always been out there because it's not like you turn 25 and just start like an anime.
No, you were into that shit.
But I think a lot of hot chicks hit it before Meg Thee Stallion was like twerking and like and like come here. You know what I mean?
That and then like fucking what's his name? Adesanya.
Israel Adesanya.
Yeah, Israel Adesanya.
That's a big one. Like
mean, bro,
he named his car after a Naruto character.
My niece. That's what she wanted. She wanted like Naruto slippers and shit for Christmas. So
yeah.
it's like it's a thing.
And I missed a couple. I should have done it. Samurai Champloo.
That's not the name.
That's the name.
That's No, Champloo. Yeah,
Cham-
that one right
Champloo,
there.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a great one. That's only one season.
Classic. Yeah, only one season, but it's well over.
But yeah, it's a
What
story.
a shampoo.
But it's a story. No, Champloo. Well, you have to watch to figure that out. And then I think I did them all. What I say? Akira, Ghost in the Shell, Dragon Ball Z, Attack on Titan, Solo Leveling, One Punch Man, Castlevania, Demon Slayer, Jujutsu Kaisen, Afro Samurai, Samurai Champloo, and Mob Psycho 100.
Ooh,
yeah.
that's a great one.
Yeah.
This actually might be my favorite
Dude,
one.
I can feel listeners getting bricked up right now.
Mob Psycho 100 is the coolest one to me.
That's a great shot. Whatever that happened
'Cause-
right there, badass.
Yeah, because this is also the other side of that shonen anime thing where I like it where it's like the hero
Is the most powerful
is
guy.
already the most powerful guy.
That's One Punch Man's the
And it's
same.
so in this thing, he there's a counter in the top of the screen. And when his emotions get out of check, it goes up. And the higher he's a what they call them, espers?
Yeah.
So he's basically that's what in Japan that's what they call like people with telekinetic and psychokinetic powers, right? Just espers or people that can do shit with their mind. And his shit gets more powerful the more his emotions get ramped up. And so whenever he's getting emotional, it goes up to a certain percent. You know what I'm saying?
He's the Hulk.
Except it's just his mind.
Yeah.
Also he loses touch with reality. So you're watching the show for those moments where it goes 100. So it goes from anime like this to him looking like that, and it's like he hits 100. He's basically just like he's not there. You know, whatever his goal was, whatever made him go 100, that's all he locked in on. So it's like the first time I seen him go 100 was when somebody was fucking with his little brother. And they were fucking with him too, and they thought it was sweet. And then next thing you know, it was like, boop, 100, nigga. Hey, listen, you don't want to fuck with Mom. And he's a little bitch ass nigga outside of this, like outside of him being an S, because he's not trying to be a hero or nothing like that.
No.
And he's got this real creepy kind of like molestery teacher that
exploits him pretty much.
Yeah, basically exploits him. But he has like a ghost hunting business, and so he takes credit for all the things that he gets him to do because he has the thing. Yeah, he can kill ghosts because he can see them and he can right. And so that's the whole show. But just the cool animation, the moments where he loses his shit, you really feel it.
If you go to YouTube and go Mob Hits 100, you could probably see like what's cool about this too is like how quickly the animation style changes into like. No, that's.
Yeah, and also my list was very much influenced by recency bias.
Right.
This is a lot of stuff that I've really, really enjoyed recently, and as an adult, the fact that I can buy all of the ones I want changes. Some of them are nostalgia picks like Dragon Ball, but Dragon Ball's still going strong.
Yeah, it's hard to be an American, I think, and not put Dragon Ball #1. I think everyone was just sort of.
No. I mean, if
Dragon Ball Z
if I was doing a top 10, Akira would be my #1. If I was ranking them, Akira would be #1. Just for being influential. Oh.
This one has like the coolest neon, just colors. This one's just the coolest to look at, in my opinion.
Oh yeah. But this is him fighting that. Nah, go to the one where he saves his little brother, where he goes against the bully. Because this is like...
Yeah, this is like when he's already like... Let's see.
Just put Mob versus Bully, maybe?
Mob protects his brother.
Okay, yeah. So this is the first time you see him.
This is a reaction to it?
Oh,
reaction and comment.
I wish that was illegal. I'm so tired of looking for something and finding a reaction to
fucking
it.
reaction videos, bro. That shit makes me so
Or
mad.
can it just be a separate website for reaction YouTube or whatever? Because like,
right.
I'm not really trying to see no reaction.
This one, maybe?
Oh yeah, this is it. Yeah, but it doesn't show him go 100 though. Oh, but you can hear this dude. This dude's like, yo, he just made me get on the ground and I can't get up.
Oh, that's fucking terrifying. Oh, that's fucking crazy, bro.
You shouldn't have fucked with his little bro.
Damn, bro, you can't pick on people's brothers.
Jesus. Just pure.
Damn, bro. Oh, that's fire. The animation's great, too.
Right.
It is crazy how
Bro, he's taking this nigga. How long he ain't been breathing? Uh-oh. Whoa.
Oh my god. Just pure domination of
bro, just
This nigga just
you destroyed the city.
yeah.
just power bombed your mind and your body.
Oh my god.
Yeah, ain't nothing left. Ain't nothing left in that man.
There's another great fight that I wanted to show you specifically that's like in Naruto.
Okay, wait a minute. You know what's so funny? Me complaining about reaction people, and this whole episode has been us reacting.
It's awesome anime
Yeah.
stuff.
Let's look up Naruto, Sasuke, and then Boruto. They're fighting Boruto. I know that. B-O. Yeah. No, the first one, not that one. Let's see if they, this fight, just like the beginning of how it looks. So this is like an adult. This is like that's Naruto's son.
Does Naruto have hands himself?
Oh yeah. He's the strongest ninja.
Is he?
Yes.
Because I feel like everybody, it's always that. It looks like that other dude who has his eye covered looks like the biggest badass.
No, that's his teacher, but like he could take him in a fight easily.
Isn't the bad guy in Naruto a bad motherfucker though?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's the one who like took out an army.
But who
by
is
himself.
this though? Is this his son?
No, that's him, and that's Sasuke. That's his.
No,
like,
but who's the bad guy right here?
Oh man, it's like this from the clan of the original ninjas, pretty much. I'm pretty sure. I haven't actually seen. I just seen this fight. I haven't actually watched. This.
Gold jacket looks cool as fuck.
Yeah. But it's like it is funny. Like the end of the original series, they basically these two that are fighting right now with the guy in white had to team up to like beat the moon. Like it's like things become so powerful that they like lose. Like they just all become gods. It's pretty crazy.
Dude, Kung Fu is just.
Oh, he just put out a giant ninja star.
Damn.
Y'all can't hear the music, but it makes it pretty epic.
Yeah. It's just like the way they do fight scenes is just so like I think that's what really gets people hooked on anime to begin with, is that they see their first cool fight and it's like, oh shit, there's more of this.
Yeah. This is incredible. This is like, because it's everything you want out of like Marvel or like, you know,
Right.
just a great fighting storyline.
And
where
then-
there's fighting in a storyline.
And then just like the animation too, you get to do so much more with the fights. You can do crazy shit. You know, you
Yeah.
can level a whole city without any real consequences.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the sort of that to me that's what like makes anime so fun to watch, is just like the level of the detail and the what you can do with the fights. Like with Mob Psycho, what he did in that moment
Yeah.
was like it's hard to, you can't do that live action, you know?
Man, you could though, but you would have to have Marvel's budget.
Yeah.
Right.
To make, I guess, an anime movie, like to make a proper anime something, a film, you'd have to have a Marvel level budget.
Yeah, to do the crazy shit that you
Because
you know.
Lord knows they've tried, and it's never good.
Almost all live action anime sucks. Like
Is there
live
any good
action
one?
adaptations of anime pretty much suck.
Is there any good one?
One Piece.
Yeah, apparently the One Piece Netflix one is really good, but you know, like I said, I don't really watch One Piece, so I couldn't say. Like the live action Death Note with like Lakeith Stanfield sucked.
They tried that?
Yeah, they tried that.
He's great too. Great actor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did you like Chainsaw Man?
Have you seen
That
Chain?
didn't make your list.
No, I never got into that. Hassan kept telling me to watch it.
I tried. I started hating it after a while.
Really?
Yeah, it's a lot.
He has arms. He has chainsaw arms.
Yeah.
He has
And
a
it's
chainsaw
Chainsaw
head.
Yeah. He's Chainsaw Man.
Yeah, he's
Derek?
Chainsaw Man.
There's so many other ones. There's so many other ones I could have mentioned. I forget the name of this one. What was the one with where the dude is like his body gets taken over by like an alien robot thing. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, Cyberpunk?
No, not
No,
Cyberpunk.
That's a game.
An alien?
No, but Cyberpunk got made into a cartoon. Yeah.
Was it?
Did you guys watch this one?
You know what I'm talking about? It was one. There was it happened.
Parasite?
Parasite.
Mm-hmm.
Parasite was dope. Yeah,
Parasite was good.
That's also my honorable mention.
Parasite suffered from a love story that didn't need to happen. Like they shoot in a love story in this one. That's what I didn't like.
No. Parasite is separate from what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Because I believe this is one where I think this was just a movie, and I can't fucking remember the name of it. But it was like there were two of them.
Okay.
There was one of them was like the hero. It was an old man.
Oh no, I don't know what that is.
But a spaceship crashed and it took over this old man's body, and he didn't realize that the same thing had happened somewhere else. But that dude decided to be a serial killer. So that dude was killing all these motherfuckers, and I think I forget what happened. But the old man, the shit was by accident. Like he was dying and he just wanted to go kill himself, and this shit hit him when it was not supposed to, and it not only saved him but it gave him powers. You know what I'm talking about?
No, I've never heard of that.
And he ended up
Spaceship hits old man and he gets powers anime.
yeah, he ended up going to the that's what
Old Man's War. You know what's funny? That's what came into my brain was Old Man's War because you also got me
right here.
Last Hero. You ever seen Perfect Blue?
I'm glad you found it before I got before I had to spoil it.
Oh damn, I want to watch that.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Perfect Blue? I think that's what it's called. Oh, it's this. I mean, this one's more of a, I believe, a psychological thriller.
And then another one I left off the list. But what was the one you and I was watching with the Tiny King?
Oh, Ranking of Kings or whatever.
Yeah, Ranking of Kings. That was pretty good. Pretty good. Not in the greatest.
So this one's about like this movie star, like this like sort of idol who like has an intense stalker, and it's like her dealing with that. This one is
I ain't
crazy.
I ain't with it.
What about
You ain't with it.
Hassan's always trying to get me to watch anime that's not fighting.
Yeah, because that just sounded like anything. Hassan. That just
But
sounded like any regular show.
I will say, a lot of the animated stuff isn't fight stuff. It's like some of it's just deep shit going on.
Yeah, just deep dark, just a deep dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have
so much Parasite.
I have to be in the mood for that. I got to be in the mood for that.
that's why I won't watch Attack on Titan. I just think that
Yo,
apart from the imagery being way too intense, I think that a lot of the ideas I don't need to be thinking about.
Also,
It's just
Attack
super
on Titan
depressing.
is heartbreaking. Like
Yeah, yeah.
over
I
and
need
over
that.
and over again. It just rips your fucking heart out, man.
Yeah.
It does. I saw the comic, Kev on Stage.
Yeah.
I seen him going through it. Like he started watching it, and he was like taking us through the journey. And everybody that seen it was like,
It doesn't get
"Nigga,
better."
you ain't even broke the ice."
That's heartbreaking. Dog.
Yeah, bro. And it's like
That's
I wouldn't even recommend that to nobody. Huh?
This one, Berserk, is also just.
Oh yeah,
dark.
Berserk is tough to
Dark.
watch. That's tough to watch. Because like if we throwing in because that's the other thing when we define what are we saying, because different people mean different stuff when they say anime. Because I could have thrown in a lot of other Princess Nanayoke or whatever.
Mononoke.
Yeah, Princess Mononoke.
All the Miyazaki stuff.
Yeah, all the Miyazaki stuff.
Like
all
Spirited Away.
Spirited Away, etc. It's all kind of other stuff that's animated. I'm just all about this animated world, and I'll tell you why. It's the same reason I like comics too, because it's like they will go there in situations where TV can't, for whatever reason. Even though animated stuff is seen as for kids, it's kind of less regulated than live action stuff. So they'll and especially comic books. If it's not animated and it's just in the comic books, it's like the regulators ain't even reading them shits because they'll go anywhere in a comic book.
Yeah, motherfuckers be getting raped. And
Like, bro, because
stabbed.
I'm gonna tell you what, bro. Like Marvel went extra harder than a comic book so many times where I'm like, Jesus Christ, like I can't even believe that this is allowed. You know what I mean? Like they covering all type of subjects because I guess it's not really seen as for kids in that way, that in the same way that cartoons are. And then if it's a Japanese looking cartoon, they're like, oh, that's the Japanese.
Yeah, the moment it's a Japanese looking cartoon, it's crazy what you can get away with.
Oh yeah.
The amount you can get, like more blood, the amount of insane writing you can get away with.
But that's why. But also, their culture. like I wish that an American company would buy a Japanese animation studio house and really go hard
And just like fund it like with American money.
Oh man, that if I ever get too much money, that's what I'm doing.
Just pump out great American art.
Just fucking
Right.
go
Or you sort of like just be like, hey, I'll give you a massive budget. See what you can do.
Yeah, I would
I
have.
wouldn't fuck with like.
I would have American story writer and Japanese. Animator.
That's what I was thinking. Like you have like American kind of vibes, with American kind of mentality, but with
But like,
it looks like some Japanese shit.
yeah, I mean that sounds awesome as well. But like, if you did that, like, because in my mind, it's like, what if you got the people who wrote Dragon Ball Z to have Marvel budget? What can they do?
Right.
Do you feel what I'm saying? You can't an American couldn't have written Dragon Ball Z for whatever reason. That idea was very Japanese, and I do believe that. So it's like if you gave that guy, all right, I think he just died, R.I.P. But if you gave that guy like Marvel money, how could it look? What is the possibility here?
Wait a minute, what do you mean an American couldn't have written Dragon Ball Z?
I think there's certain things like
What's so unique about the Dragon Ball Z story?
I don't know. It's just like when you like the American version of Old Boy wasn't as good as the Korean version of Old Boy. It's like certain stories told from that perspective has that culture in it. I don't know. I couldn't nail down why the American version of Old Boy didn't come out like the Korean version. But I'm sure that had a lot to do with it.
That's because that's not proof of what you just said. That's somebody fucking up an adaptation of a story that already existed.
Okay.
You're saying an American could not have created the story of Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah,
it's not that complicated. It's not. There's nothing about the story that's purely Japanese.
I don't think there's any American show that's like that at all.
You're anti-American.
I'm not anti-American.
What you mean?
Well,
Game of Thrones? So a Japanese person couldn't have made Game of Thrones?
I don't think so. I don't think a Japanese person could have made Game of Thrones. They don't have the cultural.
What about a Korean person?
Probably not. Just like I think an American person probably couldn't have written Parasite.
Okay, right, but what's culturally about Dragon Ball Z that you think an American couldn't have had that idea?
I mean, I'm just looking at American art during that time. There's no
Like the idea of an alien coming to Earth and then falling in love with it as a child. Oh, wait a minute, Superman.
right, but like you know what I mean.
Dragon Ball Z is Superman.
He is Superman.
Yeah, I mean, sure, like.
What's different between Dragon Ball Z and Superman? Nothing. That's them copying Superman.
Well, he dies all the time. There's
Superman's died before, several times.
right, just the going to the different planets, the tournament style sort of fighting, like that's very Japanese. Like almost every
What you
animation.
mean? Bloodsport. Those are. I'm just saying. I don't think there's anything about Dragon Ball Z that's so uniquely Japanese that American couldn't have even had the idea. Like, sure, Game of Thrones is very much based in the English caste system and all that. So maybe you could make that argument. Yeah, I still think that's kind of weak, but there's nothing culturally specific about Dragon Ball Z. I mean, nothing I can think of other than them like worshiping white people.
Do they worship white people?
I mean, a lot of their strong heroes are white people.
Yeah.
Or they draw them like that.
Yeah, they definitely draw them like white people. They don't look at themselves like the heroes. It's very interesting.
Yeah, I know.
It's very interesting. It's
very strange.
It's almost like Americans neutered them somehow.
Well, that's a good idea. Yeah, you're right.
You know what I
No,
mean?
I get what Brian said because I feel like there are certain things where you're like Dragon Ball Z. I can see, I couldn't see an American person like you say writing the movie Parasite, but
Right.
that's so based in Korean. Like living how they be living over there.
Right.
Right.
I think that's a part of it. So much of the imagery in anime is atom bomb related. A lot of it is like, look at this thing that happened like an atom bomb, and like now we have to go back to that time that was or like now we have to deal with the consequences of that.
But again, what I'm saying to you is the story of Superman is 85% the exact same story as Dragon Ball Z.
That is correct.
I mean, yeah.
It's like what?
Sure.
It's like not only could an American think of it, an American has thought of it. You know?
Yeah, I can't believe this episode has been you guys fighting the whole time. Me and Brian haven't gotten to one this whole episode. I'm very impressed.
Well, Ehsan just likes to disagree with me. It's like
it's me.
I know when you stopped. But you married and happy. Once you got married, then Ehsan was like, I think I'm just gonna argue with Brian about everything.
No, we argue. I remember the the biggest blowout fight we had in the place we've lived together since then.
We never had a fight.
It's not a blowout fight. The biggest argument we've had was over the time it takes to get a sack
To get a sack?
in the NFL.
Oh yeah.
And I said 2 seconds, and you said no way, and I was like 2 seconds, you can easily get a sack.
No. You said it was the fastest you could get a sack.
No. I said this is what I said. I said 2 seconds, you can sack someone in the NFL, and you said 2 seconds, that's too quick, and I said that's not too quick at all.
That's not what we were arguing about.
That's exactly what we can argue about. What we're arguing about.
Because that's not something I was saying.
Yes,
It must. You must be off about the. I know we were. I agree. We were arguing about sacks and the amount of time, but that's not the stance I took because that doesn't make any sense.
I know. That's what I said back then. That's what I said. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Right. No, Assange just making shit up.
That's not true at all.
So you lying, bro?
No, I'm not lying.
No, is your memory infallible?
No, my memory's not infallible, but I remember going through the sack statistics for like 2023 and averaging.
I also no look.
Wait, you?
Look.
Yeah,
I also don't
each
look.
sack in the
I don't
2022
disagree at all about any of that. Only thing I'm disagreeing with you about is what we were arguing about specifically. And I never said that you can't get a sack in 2 seconds. I've seen that happen. So that wouldn't be something that I would argue with you about.
Well, yeah, because it has to be in 2 seconds. Because the quarterback, you have to get it out within.
I mean,
like,
sacks have happened.
1.2
Sacks have happened in
1.4.
1 second.
Mm-hmm.
So we couldn't have been arguing about the fastest you could get a sack. It must have been the average.
Oh, I think it was probably the average.
Okay, so then you were wrong. See,
Right.
Damn.
he was just filling in the blanks.
But either way, I.
Oh, so now it's either way. No, it's not either way. It's one way, and it was you making shit up. No, because look, this happens often. Is Assam will take advantage of the fact that he knows I have a spotty memory, and so he knows that I don't know for sure what we were talking about. And if he acts like he's sure, then I look stupid. You know what I mean?
That's probably right.
Yeah, this nigga gaslighting. The other day we were arguing about how effective his schemes be, and now that you say it, you be scheming. See, before that,
Okay,
before that,
you.
I thought
Thank
Assam
you.
wasn't scheming. He's constantly plotting.
I'm always scheming. That's because Brian was saying I was a Hufflepuff, and I was like, no, I'm a Slytherin. I scheme. I plot. What are you talking about, Hufflepuff?
Right, I said to myself, you don't scheme.
I said to myself,
Yeah.
you don't scheme.
You scheme?
Because you took scheming as scheming on people and something negative, but I scheme positive things.
What you
all the
mean?
time.
But that's because scheming has negative connotations.
Yes.
Yes.
It
Scheming
does.
does have negative
Yeah,
connotations.
outside of planning, like football planning, the word scheme has negative connotations. So when you said I'm a Slytherin, because I'm not a big into Harry Potter, but Slytherin are not necessarily the good guys, right?
Bad guys.
So then the
usually.
song was like, no, I'm a Slytherin. I scheme, I plot. I was like, well, that's not your main traits.
Yeah, I get what he does. Because if you're looking at it like, oh, if Slytherin, bad, scheming, plotting, no. Because, but also Slytherin are people it's more of the kind of person you are. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
that you scheme, you plot. Not necessarily for bad things,
Like
but you're
overly ambitious.
You're overly ambitious.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's like, So would you think, do you think overly ambitious when you think of Hassan? Like he's always biting off more than he can chew because he wants more than he can handle?
A little bit. Secretly.
Wow. See, I guess,
a little bit. I would say Hassan definitely wants all the power that
Yeah, that's true.
he
I guess-
can
I guess-
attain.
Yeah, for sure. I think I'm driven more by ambition
He's
than
so
anything else.
quiet about it. He's so quiet about it. You wouldn't know. He's you know who he is? He's fucking Dick Cheney. You don't know, but this guy really wants it all. He's gonna let you think George Bush is out there and da 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 da. But this
Wow.
nigga, that's what Hassan. People think that like, oh, Deric is just out there. It's like, nah, bro, I'm George Bush.
Bro, you know-
I'm just out here fucking. Give me a beer.
You know what's-
Don't watch this drive.
That's very good.
You know what's so funny is that you gave more pushback about anime than you did about being compared to Dick Cheney.
No, because I think he's right. No, because I wanted to push back.
You know what I'm saying?
I really wanted to push back, and then he was describing it, and I was like, fuck, that's exactly who I am. I'm Dick Cheney.
I would say our relationship is I'm George Bush, you're Dick Cheney. People think I'm the guy, but it's really Hassan.
Donald
usually.
Rumsfeld.
And I would rather be Dick Cheney than George Bush if I had to pick. Absolutely.
Yeah, I
I'd
almost
rather
died
be-
on a chicken wing.
Yeah.
I almost died eating a chicken wing.
You rather have a robotic heart that you have to charge up?
And a gay daughter.
You gotta sleep with a USB-C cable under your armpit.
We're heading. We talked about AI at the beginning. We're heading that direction anyway.
Facts.
But yeah, but like in terms of like, if I were to realize my ambition, that's the type. I think I'd be a more Dick Cheney guy than a George Bush guy. I'm not the face. I'm a behind the scenes guy. I've always have been.
But again, you are behind the scenes. But if you could easily, if power were to be like, if you were to be put into the face and the front and all that, I think you would take it.
Okay, so this is a good test. Let me ask you. Let me give you a hypothetical.
Okay.
Aliens come to Earth. They reveal to us that we're part of an intergalactic
Right.
community, but they come to you.
Okay. They come to me specifically, just
Like-
me.
yeah, like
so
every-
I'm the only one that knows.
No, everyone knows.
Okay.
But they only talking to you.
Oh, weird. Interesting.
Everyone knows they hear, but they only talking to you.
So I'm their mouthpiece.
No, that they're talking to you.
Okay.
And the offer they give you is that you can be the absolute ruler of Earth, right? But if you turn it down, it's going to go to someone else randomly. Are you picking yourself as the most powerful?
Yeah. If they said it's going to someone else, then yes.
Okay.
If they were like, look, you can be the absolute ruler of Earth, or if you turn it down, we're not gonna meddle. Things are just gonna go as they're gonna go. That would be more of a decision.
So so if you had to choose between you being the absolute ruler of Earth or them disconnecting us from the intergalactic community and just leaving us to whatever we were gonna do, you would choose that?
I think so.
Instead of using your absolute power to fix all the problems and stuff, you would just let everybody.
Well, because the true problem with absolute power, it's not like you can fix everyone's problems. You're just gonna create more problems other places. There's no
Spoken like an anime fan.
Yeah, there's no way to solve all the problems. Now, if it was to go to a random person, then I would take it because I'd be like, well, I obviously, and that's more of I don't want to be on the wrong side of whatever he chooses or she chooses, so I would rather take that power over that person.
What if it wasn't a random person? What if same question, but they were like, if you don't take this, it's gonna go to Deric.
I'd be fine with that.
You let me run the world?
You fine with Deric having absolute power?
Yeah.
Yo, this nigga trusts me, bro.
Yeah.
That's real trust, bro.
Yeah.
My boy trusts that I'm not gonna abuse it.
But we're also on some Dick Cheney shit, right? Where it's like, I know I have a lot of say over the power here. and that's the kind of power I really want. It's like, I don't want to be the guy. I'd rather be the guy in the ear of the guy.
Yeah.
So is Deric the only other person you would let it go to?
My sister.
Your sister?
I'd let it go to my sister.
Wow, a woman.
I would let it go to. There's maybe one or two cousins I would let it go to, but that was about it.
Oh, so you think only the people?
Tony Hinchcliffe.
No.
Only the people in your family you think are worthy to rule the world?
Yeah, it's.
He said he's not gonna give it to Hinchcliffe.
No, I haven't known Hinchcliffe. I haven't known Hinchcliffe as long as I've known you or my sister.
Wait, I don't think you want it because you've known me a long time. You want it because you'd have a lot, because you know you can influence me very easily.
Oh,
Yes,
you would.
that's true. That's
You
a
would.
good
You
point.
wouldn't
I
let.
wouldn't
You
give
would.
it- I wouldn't
Yeah,
give
you
it to
wouldn't give it to
Brian.
him either.
Why?
You wouldn't give it to you.
Why wouldn't you give it to me?
I don't have that much influence over you. Why would I
What
do
about
that?
Rogie?
No.
You're not giving it to any of the boys.
No.
So now I'm realizing. At first I thought I was special. Now I'm like, oh, I'm a pawn.
No, you're usable.
I'm a pawn.
You're usable.
No,
Derek.
so Hassan's more like Littlefinger.
Yes. We've said this before. I'm Littlefinger. We have said this
I wish I could put my chair over there.
Wow.
I'm Littlefinger.
That's crazy.
Wow,
I
this
can't believe
is-
you wouldn't give it to Brian. Just so you know, I'm giving it to my dog.
This is
If
incredible.
they come up to me and they say, depose. We're either giving you absolute power Earth, but if you don't want it, we give it to Brian. I'm like, give me that shit, nigga. No. I'll give it to my boy a heartbeat.
I think if that choice was truly given to me and it was like this or another person, I think regardless of who it is, I would take it. Like truly.
Yeah.
Oh, even over me, even though, because like
Yeah.
you said, but with me, you have the best situation.
I have the best
Which
situation.
is you can
Yeah.
easily
But
influence me,
you
and
have-
you don't have to deal with
but-
any of
but
the
you-
shit.
but you-
we know this about absolute power. It corrupts.
But
so
you
it's
don't.
like,
You don't
there's
get to
no really-
choose though. It's between you
And a random person.
and a random
I'll take it.
a random person of your income and intelligence.
No, I take it. I absolutely take it. Because a random person of my income and intelligence in China might be like, well, I gotta do this thing that fucks over these guys.
Okay,
here,
what if I
and
do this?
would
What
be
if
in
I
that.
say it's between you and then a random? So then it's between you, or they choose 10 random people and you pick from those people.
Oh hell no, I'll take it.
Wow.
Yeah, I think in this situation I always take it. I think it'd be crazy for anyone not to take it.
So we've learned a lot about Ehsan this
We
episode.
learned a
everybody.
lot about Ehsan.
And
What are you?
He
wait,
hates
wait,
Brian,
hold
hates
on.
the Japanese.
Hold on. Are you guys saying you guys wouldn't take it? You would let some random person
Ehsan,
have absolute power?
Ehsan, we're not talking about us. Guys, thank y'all for tuning in to Solid Show. Check out my Netflix special in the top 10 right now. We'll see y'all next time.
Let's go.